was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here been a front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling the tank, rolling with the gang. You sick and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
I thought I did pretty well.
You did do pretty well. We worked together as a team on that one.
Yeah, we did.
Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm EZ Joe Amon-Ra.
What up, though?
Young Chris.
Platty Pots.
Nicholas
Platty
Cole.
Teamwork.
Let's go.
Tailgate Wins dropped a new video today.
Hey, shout out. I heard it was fire.
Go.
I heard it's pretty good.
Go
This is
check
Nick
it out.
Spazzing.
After the
Yeah, I
show,
was
Nick
pissed.
dropped
The opening bar, fire.
Yeah, opening bar was fire. Very cinematic. Great thumbnail.
Thank
Good
you,
editing.
boys. Appreciate it.
Make sure you guys go check it out after the show.
If you guys miss his nips, they make an appearance.
Comment in there.
That's all I'm saying.
Comment in there on Tailgate Wins.
Thanks, boys. Yeah.
All right. What up?
Pizza Boys got to spend. That's
Pizza
it.
Boys gotta
Pizza
spend.
Boys got to spend. That's
Yeah.
where we're at.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
that's,
I mean, a lot of Bregman news coming out as of late, and a lot more teams reinvested and going to, back to the well with Bregman, and Tigers got to make the move. Just get it done, whatever it takes.
I mean, like, I don't know, man. There's just so many questions about that situation for me. Like, how can you not afford that contract? It's not even like a crazy contract.
Who?
You
Bregman's.
can't.
Oh, he can absolutely afford it.
Like, I'm super curious, and we'll never know. Maybe we can. I don't know if you can look it up publicly, but, like, is Olympia failing? But then you
No.
can't even blame that because he still has Little Caesars.
Yeah. No, and the Red Wings. And you don't lose money owning a sports team. The A's don't lose money, and they're the worst franchise ever. Like last year, they didn't lose. You don't lose money owning, no matter who you are, no matter how much money you have spent. You're gonna net profit if you own a sports team, and he owns two of them, and he owns Little Caesars and all of Illich Holdings. This guy is not hurting for money.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's just being a cheap little pizza bitch.
That's what I'm saying. Is Olympia failing though? Is he
No.
hurting elsewhere?
No, absolutely not.
It makes no sense to me. Like, I'm just trying to make sense of it because it just makes zero sense. The fact that, like, you grab this guy Bregman, and I guess you can't say for sure you'd win the division because baseball is really weird, but, like, you extend your fucking season. You make home playoff tickets. You sell home playoff merchandise. You sell fucking. We made the fucking playoff shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, to me, the noise has to be
we got
loud.
breaking news here.
Shut the fuck up.
We got breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Per Justin Rogers,
Uh-oh.
Frank Ragnow's very serious smear campaign worked. Hank Fraley is staying with the Detroit Lions.
The dentist did not lie.
The dentist did not lie. Hank Fraley, offensive line coach extraordinaire, the best offensive line coach in the league, is officially staying with the Detroit Lions. It doesn't say in the same role. But this is per Justin Rogers of the Detroit Football Network.
Yeah, Justin.
Frank Ragnow's very serious smear campaign worked. Hank Fraley is staying with the Detroit Lions.
That's
Big
dope.
Frank's back, baby. Let's go. That's a W, man.
Is Frank
I wonder if
the
they gave him
guy's
some bread
They definitely gave him a fully loaded F-250. Said, come on, Frankie boy.
with some bags in it for a case.
Yeah. That
That's
glove box is
phenomenal
filled with
news.
something.
That's phenomenal
That is
news for multiple
huge.
reasons. The biggest reason for me personally, Giovanni Manu.
Yes.
Like, that's such a project. He is such a sculptor when it comes to, like, these offensive linemen. And I get that you also drafted a few guys that were also studs. But the complex scheme that Ben Johnson ran in the run game, usually teams have, like, one identity in the run game. It's a power run game. It's a gap scheme. We ran everything across the board.
Yeah.
We pulled, we whammed, whatever you could think of, the Detroit Lions did in the run game. So for Hank to get those guys on board with that, even a Penei Sewell moving to the right side as well, who played left his entire time, great offensive line coach. And then you have a project like Giovanni Manu, who's a fucking freak.
And
Amen. Thank
Danielle Fraley, Hank's wife,
you. Is the one who broke the news?
posted on just posted on Facebook at the Detroit Lions practice facility, year 8 loading. Did you guys really think we would leave for Chicago? Our hearts are in Detroit.
That's awesome.
Dude,
Dude, that's some. That's
she better
awesome.
get a truck too, Sheila. That's a
Yeah.
good woman you got there, Frank.
Yeah, that's a great
Oh
woman.
man,
Trolling the Bears? Are you kidding me? Let's
Troll
go,
Ben
fellas.
a little bit. You know
Hank,
Ben made the call.
I don't why.
You know Ben made
Hank
the call. He
Fraley,
tried.
Frank Haley.
Yeah.
I say so many. Hank Fraley. That's a good woman you got there, Hank.
Good woman you got there.
That's dude. That's
you know Ben called.
Oh my god!
During his
that
press
just made me
conference,
so
when they asked him
happy.
about who he's acquiring for his offensive position, he said specifically
I call him Frank.
he wants someone who works like equally as hard as him, who's going to stay up all night, and he gave a little smirk. And I just remember comments being made in the past. I don't know whether it was Frank or Ben, but then making the comments just like in the season,
Hank.
being up to freaking 4 a.m, getting these deals, not the deals done, but getting the game plan done, the tape done. Like, these coaches bust their ass, and we have a good one in Hank Fraley, so thank God he's staying.
Dude,
I
you, think,
literally
You
called
know
him
Ben
Frank
made
on
the
Twitter
goddamn
too.
call.
you think he was going for somebody that doesn't know their left and their right? Come on, dude. Like, they're
That
not,
was so
he
funny,
was
dude.
not gonna leave for some whack ass
Ben,
Chicago.
on your right. I mean, I don't blame him. I know, actually, I don't have to do that.
Oh man,
I'm right-hand dominant, so when someone says my right, I automatically know. He must be ambidextrous or something.
I love it.
Or
Wouldn't
dumb.
surprise me.
Or
I think he was just trying to make a joke.
No, I think
I don't
he's
think he's trying to make a joke.
I don't think you do that in that situation
Yeah,
unless
no,
you
that
like
was-
always do that.
That was a grown-ass
Like, you need it
man
sometimes.
figuring out
I
his
think
right
he
right
was
there.
just joking.
No,
I
there was
think
no
he's
pause.
dumb.
There was no laugh. He was.
Oh man,
That is great news, boys. Way to kick the weekend off.
That is
right.
the best
That's
thing.
Way to
some
start the show,
positive
too.
vibes our
yeah,
way.
huge way to start the show.
Because we
Hank Fraley.
started off bitching.
Hank Fraley. We did start off bitching.
We got some good news.
And we got some good news. Hank Fraley.
was
Man, look, I'm just cheesing, dude. I can't. This is the best news we could have got outside of something crazy. Hank Fraley staying in Detroit per Justin Rogers, per Frank Ragnow, per what was it, Danielle
wife.
Haley.
Yeah.
Daniel Haley.
So shout out.
So I got mine from Brad Holmes Bulge. So they shout out to MP Sharp 4 who tagged me in it on Twitter.
Yeah, it's the post of what Danielle Haley posted on Facebook.
Yep. Year 8 loading. Did you guys really think we'd leave for Chicago? I wonder if we upped his, because it says at Lions practice facility.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I know, but did he sign a contract?
Probably.
They upped his
Dude, I'm
bread?
telling you that both Hank and Danielle probably pulled off there some fully loaded F-250s or a Corvette or something.
And I love Ben. Thankful for Ben, you know, but like
Shout out Sheila. Shout out Brad Holmes.
for you to
shout out
call
Dan
Dan Campbell your family, your best friend. Like, what is the one thing you don't go against the family? And Ben did that, and then he tried grabbing Hank Fraley with him too.
Yeah,
But Hank Fraley's not a
Hank the
fucking
Tank.
traitor.
the away fan, big win by the Red Wings last night for sure.
Yep.
Obviously, a team that you needed to be in your division, in your
We're like the
conference.
have-nots.
So nice. We're gonna talk about that later, though. A lot of good things to come out of that game. A lot of things that I like to see in that game, especially our big guys being our big guys. And I'm talking size big. I'm not talking big scores. Marco Kasper, Soderblom, using their bodies and throwing they're young guys, but they're big, and they were making their physicality and presence felt out there against the Habs. So you love to see that. We're gonna talk about that later for sure. But the breaking news, if you're just getting in here, I know everybody's just pouring in, but per Justin Rogers,
Smash the like button as you guys are following through too.
Frank Ragnow's very serious smear campaign worked. Hank Fraley is staying with the Lions, and then we saw Hank Fraley's wife post on Facebook, Danielle Fraley, year 8 loading. Did you guys really think we would leave for Chicago? Our hearts are in Detroit. And she said at the Detroit Lions practice facility. Brad Holmes Bulge posted that one on Twitter.
Fairly confident he got the bag,
Yeah.
and I'm very well deserving of it too.
Very good good job by all those that got this done. Brad Holmes, Sheila Ham,
Or
Chris
as you
Spielman,
said, we
Dan
don't-
Campbell.
We don't know if he's back as
Yeah. It doesn't say
the offensive line coach.
It didn't say he was just back as
He
the
has been
offensive line.
interviewing
It didn't
for
say
an
he
offensive
wasn't,
coordinator
but it didn't
spot.
say he is.
Don't tell me what to do, easy, but I hit the like button, says Stephen David. Well, thank you, Stephen David.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate
Steven.
you, brother.
Did you see that troll on Twitter?
No.
Some guy was trolling me.
Oh, I had to block someone last night. I rarely block
Just
people,
like not even
unless you get racist.
like the hate troll stuff. Like just talking shit and being really hateful.
To you?
Yeah,
Or like about Ben?
to me. No,
Okay.
to me. Personally, about me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, thanks, man. Appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
I just kept doing shit like that. I was like, you're such a big fan. Wouldn't be here without you. And he eventually started crashing out, writing paragraphs. And I was like, oh, dude, I'm glad you think about me so much. I just wish I knew who you were. And then he deleted his account. Like, didn't block me. He deleted his account.
That's awesome.
So, kill
I
him with
should do that.
kindness, people.
Yeah, I had somebody tell me, and this is the Anthony Ryder. It's a shout to him. I had to block him. Enough of those horrendous fucking takes, man. I forgot how it even came about. It was someone with Aaron Glenn, and he just kind of trying to shit on him. Like, he never called a good game, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Bro, he's up for assistant coach of the year right now.
Yeah.
And I gave him the numbers. So I'm like, okay, top 10 DVOA, 7th in scoring, 10 in rushing, the best passer rating. But the last 6 games, what the fuck happened the last 6 games? Let's sit back at 15 plus players in the IR.
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be good. What the fucking maddening. I had to block him. I love you, Anthony Ryder. He announced Amon-Ra St. Brown's draft pick, by the way.
I do think.
Who's that guy?
Yeah, I had to get rid of him. Done. Love you, Anthony, but you're stupid. Straight up. Like, beyond comprehension. It hurts my brain how stupid you are when it comes to football. I'm sure you're bright everywhere else,
going
but
to
not
bang
football.
R.
You're a
Kelly
fucking
at
idiot.
most functions, all right?
Sorry, Chris.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say, for me, the only logical thing you can make an argument on Aaron Glenn not working is never his ability and what he's coached. Look at what he's coached up. To me, it's always been like the I have a boss in my life who's like a big fan, big Jets fan, diehard Jets fan.
Mm-hmm.
He's just worried about like the New York part of it. Like the New York part of it. That's to me the only thing I'd worry about.
That's the constant there.
Yeah, with Aaron
Woody
Glenn.
Johnson.
But it's not the defense, dude. You can't point to that. Whenever he had a good talented defense, the defense was good. When he didn't, it was still respectable to not historically bad. That's all.
We talked about it. Hank Fraley back with the Detroit Lions.
Shout out.
Per Justin Rogers, per Brad
his
Holmes
wife.
Bulge, per his
Per
wife.
Mrs.
And this is another
Fraley.
developing part of this story. Per Brad Holmes Bulge on Twitter.
Okay.
That post that Danielle Fraley made, where she said, "You're 8 loading. Do you think we'd leave for Chicago? Our hearts are in Detroit."
Yeah.
Lauren Estrand commented on it, under it, with yay, with a bunch of clapping emojis, hearts, a lion emoji, and then I'm excited in parentheses.
So it's,
The boys are back in town.
So they're both nice.
I don't think he took any interviews this year.
No, I don't think so either.
But I wouldn't be surprised if, because the whole situation just happened in Tampa, he interviewed there last year. I believe he had 2 interviews there, which means they're digging him. And obviously they just lost Liam Cohen to the Jacksonville Jaguars. But if she's saying that, then he's most likely going to become our offensive coordinator. To me, that's a given. Like I said late in the show yesterday, and I love Stick. Might be a Stone Cold Vince McMahon situation we got going on, but like John Gruden's not fucking coming to Detroit. No one wants fucking John Gruden. Tanner Strand
No, he's not.
Is part of the
heir
recipe
apparent.
to help your boy Goff be the MVP candidate he was this season. They want the same verbiage. They want everything to work the same. Just a few tweaks here and there. Tanner Strand's going to be your head coach. I'm sorry, your play caller.
Yeah, I agree 100%. They've been grooming him for this for all year. Like, he was in the hip pocket of Ben Johnson all year. They were mentoring for him. He was running the meeting rooms. They know what they're doing, man. They're not bringing in John Gruden. Shout out to Cody Harper in the Woodward Sports
Shout out
Chat.
to Cody Harper. I actually met Cody Harper. Well, I want to double date Cody Harper.
$10 super chat, and it's just blank. He said, "My dumbass forgot to put something."
Cody's smoking that good.
Cody's smoking that good.
Go ahead.
Make a comment. We'll read it.
That's funny. We're
Friday.
going to break. Cody, Cody, you
awesome.
think of something.
You think of something, bro.
You think of
We'll
something,
read it.
put it in there. We'll read it for you, brother. Tell us about Mark White, Easy.
Mark White gonna do you right. Mark White gonna change your life. Save up to $5,000 in the closing cost of your new home. Just visit markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242. It's markwhitesells.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Dr. Pierce.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce Tuesdays during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards the Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts, Dr. Jeff Pierce, here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
Jay Sanders, you're no longer getting Hank Fraley, brother.
Yep.
You're going to continue the bottom feeders of the division. I have some other breaking news, actually. By the way, welcome to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com live, 5 to 7, Monday through Friday. I'm Easy, that's been Morax, Scotty Pippen, that's my guy, Chris, Platty Pods. And we also have Crash Out Nick, Crash Out Koloff, Microwave Nick, whatever you want to say. I don't know what this means yet, to be honest with you. But this is direct from the source. Devin Booker posts the
He's
scene.
breaking all kind of news.
It's kind of crazy. Devin Booker posted a scene from Forrest Gump where he gets done running and he says,
I think I'll go home now. No way.
Shut the front door.
No way.
Stop it.
and it's literally, and it's
Say swear.
his face superimposed over
Devin
Forrest
Booker
Gump.
posted that? Let me see.
I'll
The
send it to Chris
real
right now.
Devin Booker.
You have to 3-cam it, so it's a reaction.
All right, yeah.
Dog.
Bro.
Shout out to Cody Harper. He says, Easy, I met you a long time ago. Anyways, I want the Pistons to be back on the map. In order to make the playoff push, who would you like for them to trade for? Great timing, Cody Harper.
Yeah, great timing.
Fucking
because
perfect timing. Let me get this to Chris.
Because as you know, we just broke the news, that it looks like Hank Fraley is staying here in Detroit per his wife, per Justin Rogers. They're staying here.
I sent the actual video too.
And
actually.
DNC ENT says it's a Nike commercial.
Is it a Nike commercial?
Still.
I don't give a.
Damn.
I think I'll go home now.
I'm reading
That
the
got
tea
me way
leaves
too.
there.
Why would Nike do that?
Maybe Nike's breaking the news.
Is he coming out with a running shoe?
I don't know.
I don't see any Nike logos. I'm just saying. I could be wrong though. I don't see any Nike. I don't think he's wearing a Nike hat. He's wearing the Bubba Gump Fishing Company hat. Did you get it, Chris?
Devin
No,
Booker
it's
doesn't-
not letting me use
it's a
the
Nike
normal
ad for
Twitter
a shoe
download
dropping
video.
today.
That's all right. I sent the
you said-
I sent the video itself.
Okay, sweet. Then yeah,
It is.
let me
It
grab
is
that.
a Nike ad.
God damn it.
God
I
damn
was
it.
so hype. I just put $15 on the Pistons to win the East.
You have a problem.
Did you really?
You, my friend, have a problem.
There's no way.
That was fast.
I will send it to Chris.
He's coming out with a shoe, but how does this correlate?
I don't know.
Caden D-Book, what a
Is the shoe called Home?
Tatum, I'll tell you
Forrest?
that. Boston looked horrible in LA last night. Not scared of them.
You got the video, Chris?
I'm grabbing it right now. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, I got 3 camera, right? Just for reaction.
Yeah, just be safe.
Yeah, I'll do it this way because it's a vertical video. So here, let me set
All right,
this
bet.
up.
Tom Begman, why is Chris Hansen in my living room?
He's getting
Why
illegal
don't you sit
aliens
down
out of
for
there.
us?
Yeah, I'll just sit down
Why don't you
for it.
take a seat?
Here we
You
go.
said, can't wait to smack that ass.
Let's.
You got it, Chris?
Yep.
I'm
Here we
stalling.
go. No, you're good. Here we go.
That's Devin Booker's face on Forrest Gump.
Quiet. He's gonna
I
say
don't
something.
see any Nike anything.
He's wearing Nikes in the... Well, Forrest Gump wears Nikes in the movie.
Okay.
Or he gets a Nike deal. You never seen Forrest Gump?
I've seen Forrest Gump, but like there's no
Pretty tired.
Nike signage. There's no...
Think I'll go home now.
I don't know. That's just me trying to convince myself that
That? I
we're getting
mean,
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker of the Pistons confirmed.
Come on, dude.
Just saying.
I made the theory.
Let's hear it.
It's gotta be Kevin Durant though. It's gotta start with Kevin Durant. They gotta blow it up.
You think they're gonna blow it up though? I don't.
If
think they're gonna
if
blow it
Book
up.
is gone, they're blowing it up. There's no point in building
but,
around
like,
Durant.
if Book-
but
that's a
again,
big
yeah,
if.
it's a last resort. Like Ishbia's not gonna do it unless they both come to him and get us the fuck out of here.
It had to be like equal compensation, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because Ishbia is not going to just
Yeah.
eat
Well, that's what
Garbage.
that's what it is. You'd get a monster package for Devin Booker, and then for Kevin Durant, what you do is you go to Houston, who wants to contend, and they have Phoenix's future picks. So you get your picks back so that you can rebuild the right way, and a young guy or two that Houston has a bunch of talented young guys, Cam Whitmore, Amen, whoever you want to pick from, Jalen Green,
Nigga,
and then you go,
chat,
and then you get a whole bunch of picks and assets from the Pistons, and then boom, all of a sudden you have a very nice start to your rebuild.
There's no way you actually put $50 on the Pistons to win.
15, 1-5.
Oh, 15?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not.
That's not bad.
Still, that was quick.
It was quick. You were very fast with that.
I mean, fellas, you got to be ahead of the books here, you know? Just talking about D. Booker. Yeah, I threw it to Chris if you want to throw it up there.
Yeah, here I got
Whatever, we're letting it ride now, fellas. I'll tell you that straight up.
We'll
Cade Cunningham.
What'd you get in at?
I'll show
15
you.
to win, I think it's 5 Gs.
I'll show you. I'll show you. Look at that.
Also,
You sent it?
Yeah.
Plus 38,000.
Look at the one under it, too.
What is that? I can't see.
Cade Cunningham and Jackson Jobe.
Wow. American League Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hell yeah.
Dude.
But
Cade's a
wow.
lot for most improved. But yeah, so that's what we're rocking with. That's a degenerate move. Breaking news: D-Book to Detroit, allegedly.
That's not allegedly. It's
That was crazy.
That's crazy how fast you did that.
I actually love that second bet, though.
Yeah, the second bet is great.
That's actually fire. All right, we got 2 minutes. We're going to break, come back. Talk. I know we got a few minutes.
We got a few minutes.
Yeah.
What kind of trade do you want the Pistons to make if it's not for Devin Booker?
Well,
Like I've said it before, I want the Pistons to be that ancillary team in a deal. They're gonna be a part of, whether it is Jimmy Butler going somewhere, whether it is Kevin Durant or someone on the Suns going somewhere, because they are one of the few teams, if not the only team, that has available cap space. So they are going to be a team that picks up a piece to make those guys fit. Pause. And like I said, whatever superstar moves, and there's been a lot of time, it's probably going to be Jimmy Butler. You're going to be able to get in there and get a piece in that deal, much like the Cavs did with Jared Allen.
Exactly.
You'll be able to get a piece for very cheap, for probably nothing, and it'll be a piece you can use in your rotation. And so if it comes to the Suns adding Jimmy Butler, if it comes to the Suns adding somebody, I would really like to get Tyus Jones off the Suns in that interaction. Mm-hmm. If it comes to someone else, I'd have to see what teams we're talking about. If Miami ends up adding instead of subtracting, I would really like Jaime Jaquez from the Heat. But I think that whatever you're doing, you're going to be the third team in a deal, and you're going to get somebody out of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly the pathway, Spencer. I agree 100%. You're looking at, in Miami's case, you're looking at guys like Haywood Highsmith. You're looking at Terry Rozier, maybe even on a lesser scale, Duncan Robinson plus some picks where you get a 2-year contract that you can eat and get, maybe a pick attached or something like that. But yeah, you could definitely get a quality player from Miami, or if Houston's in, we know Houston's got a bunch of people.
Yeah.
They got a guy like Cam Whitmore that can't even scratch the rotation, and every time he does, he pops off for 16 to 20. So and he's just rotting away on their bench when they get healthy. So I think there's a lot of talent to be had in this NBA circle, and somebody's going to give you a contract that just to make the math work, because
It needs
the
to be a
Pistons,
ball handler.
Yeah, and it does need to be a ball handler, but the Pistons hold the key and they hold the leverage, because with their cap space, no other team has this, and the deal doesn't get done without the Pistons.
I would really.
So they can really hold these teams by the balls and say, "You're not doing this deal without us. Give us something we want."
Yeah, Nick likes it. I would really like
Win the East.
I would like Tyus Jones if it's going to be.
I agree. That's a good name.
I like the Terry Rozier name too. I think Terry Rozier would be a great fit on this team.
Fire.
It's got to be somebody like that. It's got to be a secondary ball
Terry
handler.
Rozier off the bench would be fucking hard.
That's what
it'd
be.
Exactly what he would
Perfect.
be. Yeah, and I just think, dude, Terry Rowe and Stu off the bench would be such crash out energy. That would be fucking awesome. Terry, Ron, and Stu off the bench. Bro, are you kidding me?
Dude.
We beat the shit out of everybody.
They're not running a fast break. They're running fades.
Yeah, fades for sure. Terry Rozier, I would like. Tyus Jones, I would like. You need to get somebody in here who can handle the offense and take some of the burden off Cade, because he's the only ball handler you got.
Now, Spencer, I know you and I had this discussion off air, but I think this is worthy of, when you're looking at the Pistons now. Again, I'm out on getting a guy like Vooch. I'm happy with our 2-man rotation and Duran and Stu at center.
Yes.
So I'm looking at a ball handler like you. Now, are you looking at more of the Tyus Jones play type where he sets up others, or are you looking for that hybrid of maybe not as good of a playmaker as Tyus Jones, but more of a shot creator as well, like Terry Rozier? What do you think the Pistons need more?
I think it would be a Terry Rozier is what you would need more.
Yeah.
But if you can't get, I think a combo guard is what you are missing. Like it's what you lost with Jaden Ivey. And having a piece like that to come off the bench and be able to spell Cade Cunningham or let Cade Cunningham play off ball for a couple possessions, or just somebody that can create their own shot. Like, I love Bees. I love what he's doing. He shouldn't be handling the ball. He should not be taking the ball up the court. Neither should Tim Hardaway Jr. Neither should Tobias. Like, Cade's the only guy on this team that I feel comfortable with taking the ball up the court. So you need somebody that can do that and create their own shot. Terry Rozier would be a good one.
Easy, where are you at with it? Would you rather have like a shot creator for themselves that can maybe pass a little bit, or somebody that can really set the table for others?
I really just like, because Cade's such a big guard, and obviously he has the ability to make these plays, kick it out, whatever it is. It's almost like a LeBron recipe. I kind of want like a stretch four if that's out there and available. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to another guy that's going to come off the bench and ease Cade from ball handling. I don't think that necessarily needs to be done, though. Like, we're still winning games right now. Give me someone to stretch the floor a little bit, which either allow Cade more easy access to the inside or to kick it out, and you have those 3 points as opposed to 2. That's where I'm at. And I heard Bobby Portis' name come up. I think it's during BDE. You guys talking about that one?
Middleton also available.
That'd be sick. I'm a big fan of that one.
I would like Bobby Portis a lot.
But I also don't want to – it sounds corny, I guess, but I also don't want to ruin the chemistry what they got going right now. Like, this is a tight-knit group. So I hope whoever's coming is, I guess, on the ups about it, kind of positive about it.
I think Portis would fit that mold.
Portis
I think
would
Portis
fit that
is a
mold.
good team.
Very
team
good
player.
locker room guy.
Yeah, I think he would, and I think his energy is
I think Terry
crash
would
out.
too.
Didn't he punch his teammate?
He's got crash out energy too, for
he
sure.
beat up Mirotic.
He beat up, it got him traded from the Bulls.
Yeah.
He jawed
That's right.
Mirotic, and that's how he ended up on.
I forgot about
the
that.
Bucks, I think, right? Or
I think there might have been a team.
there
before
might have been a
that,
team
but
in between,
you're
but
right.
he definitely got traded from the Bulls like the next day after he knocked out Mirotic was playing with a black eye. That shit was so funny.
Real quick, shout out to Randy Prince.
Shout out.
And the Woodward Sports Chat. First time super chat. I live in Texas, and I love the show. Should I get a Gibbs jersey or Jay Williams?
Ooh, man.
No disrespect to Jamison Williams. I know he's got a large fan base. Jameer Gibbs is Barry 2.0.
He's going to win Offensive Player of the Year next year.
Like, he is him. And I got to be honest with you, with the suspensions and stuff like that, I don't know that Jamo gets re-upped. Jameer Gibbs is staying in Detroit for a long time.
I think they both will. So I don't think you can go wrong. I think they'll both be here for a while. But yeah, I would go Jameer Gibbs too. Jameer Gibbs, like I said, Jameer Gibbs is going to be Offensive Player of the Year next year.
Yeah.
Nick, I know you're fast on the sticks. Can we find out the odds on that one? Jameer Gibbs Offensive Player of the Year next year? Because I would put some nice money.
And what jersey would you get?
Yeah, what jersey would you get?
I gotta say, the shelf life for running backs is smaller though.
That is true.
So you got to think about the longevity of a guy like Jamo when he does get re-signed, because I think he will. I know that.
That's the prep sheet, by the way, too.
Yeah. Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, I thought I
That's
did.
it. No.
I might have.
Oh, yeah.
I think you were dreaming.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, I don't know for sure if it happens. Don't know when it happens. We'll have the discussion, but I think Jameer's gonna be in Detroit for a long time, and he's already recognized as a top 5 guy. That's the jersey I'd get
True,
for sure.
Yeah. He is so both of them are so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Jamo would be more
those are
niche,
two of
though.
the fastest guys in the league besides like Tyreek Hill.
Probably.
Jamo?
Both of them.
Both of them, yeah.
and Jameer Gibbs are probably 2 of the top 5 fastest guys in the NFL.
Yeah. One guy's nicknamed Sonic.
A-Chain's up there. Obviously, Tyreek Hill's still up there.
I feel like
Jamo's
Justice
more
Hill's
niche, though.
kind of fast too.
I think
wouldn't be mad if you got Jamo.
Tariq Woolen is
Xavier
also up
Worthy.
there. Yeah, Xavier Worthy. Yeah.
Who's the running back on the Ravens that gets carries after Henry? I feel
Oh,
like that
Justin
dude's quick as hell.
Edwards?
Is it Justice Hill?
No.
Justice
Keaton
Justice-
Mitchell.
Keaton Mitchell.
The skinny kid or the one was played this year?
The one that played this year. I don't.
Justice
I feel
Hill?
like that dude,
Not Justice
Justice
Hill.
Hill. Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, no, not Justice Hill.
He's fast though. He looks super quick, small and quick. Like when
Mozart's
Henry
also
gets
real
out.
fast.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mozart's
that
pretty
dude
fast.
on the Eagles is what I'm talking about. Gainwell, I think.
Oh, Gainwell?
Oh,
Maybe.
God.
He's fast
Terrible
and
pulls,
quick.
Nick.
Yeah, those are bad pulls.
All right,
I'm not
back to
gonna
the
lie.
desk.
Look, those were awful pulls.
Hey Nick, real quick before we go to break, because I know we gotta go to break. Where are you at with the Pistons and what type of guy you're looking for at the trade market?
I'm with Easy. I'm kind of worried that I don't want to shake up. Like, I don't want to trade a guy in Tim Hardaway. I'll say that. I think he's really big for this team on and off the court. I don't want to trade Fontecchio. I think he's really heating up right now, and I think he can be almost that stretch 4 that you guys were looking for, or Easy. If Fontecchio can finally hit his threes like he did last year, you're looking at a pretty good guy off the bench that can help relieve some of that pressure and open things up for the playmakers. But
yeah, I think that'll help Kate alone with the turnovers, just having a guy that's going to stretch the floor like that and open up like the spacing alone. Yeah, to get the ball to anybody, not even just that particular guy.
Do you guys think Fettuccini is turning a corner here, Fontecchio?
I do, and it was a very head scratching first half of the season for him. That
Super
was
weird.
Yeah, especially when he ended last year too. He was playing defense. He was finishing around the rim. Like he was like, whoa, like what did we just get here? And
I think
the slow start this year. I don't, maybe spent too much time in Italy. I mean, I don't know what the hell it was.
To me, I think it's the fact that JB is such a defensive minded coach. I think he was probably just having a hard time adjusting, cracking rotation, getting consistent minute. You see those stretch guys sometimes struggle in a defensive coach's system because a lot of times those stretch fours aren't sneaky athletic like they're advertised.
Yeah,
It's fair.
Statues stand in the corners. That's fair. That does make sense. I'll put a poll in the chat. You guys let us know what you're thinking. Also, maybe I'll just make the chat this. You want to switch up the lines? You keep talking Pistons. You do a couple trade scenarios for us or no?
Yeah, I could do a couple trade scenarios if.
You don't got to do them off the top of your head. We do it as a. We'll let you think it out. Or we move on to the Jamo topic. We'll see. We'll break and discuss it.
This is all I've been thinking for weeks, so we can do it if we want. But let me tell you first about merch. The best Detroit sports merch in the game is here at Woodward Sports.
Sorry, real
to the
quick.
desk.
Yeah, just per Tom Pelissero, some more about Hank Fraley. The Hank Fraley to the run game the Lions are promoting Hank Fraley to the run game coordinator / offensive line coach per sources. An important piece of the puzzle for the Detroit Lions is staying in. Dan Campbell remodels his staff with the departure of both coordinators. So he did get the upgrade. He did get the promotion. Hank Fraley is now the run game coordinator and offensive line coach for the Detroit Lions.
Okay. So was there somebody filling that role last year?
I believe it was Scotty Montgomery.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know who the run game coordinator was last year. I'll have to double check on that.
All right, we'll check that during break. First, let me tell you about the best merch in the game ×2. It's so good, I gotta tell you again. Woodward Sports has the best merch in the game. Hoodies, tees, hats, all that guaranteed to turn heads. So head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab. Dave, thank you, Spencer. You're my best friend here.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Feldman.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. You catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
What up, and welcome back to World Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Joe by Spimo Raxter, Chris, Microwave Nick, Crash Out Koloff. Make sure you guys check out his video on Alex Bregman. Moving on. You guys voted? Lions, baby. And we will talk Pistons, obviously, as the season progresses. They continue to climb up the Eastern Conference rankings and the trade deadline. But the breaking news, as of today, per Tom Pelissero, is Hank Fraley, staying with the Detroit Lions, promoted to not just offensive line coach. He's already been that. Now he's also the run game coordinator. That says to me, money, 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 money. And I know damn well they were trying to poach him over there in Chicago. And Dan Campbell gave him the bread. And he's a loyal MF because you don't go against the family.
You don't go against the family.
And that's what that offensive lineman group is. He's a former NFL center himself. He's played brilliant.
And this is huge because we know how much this guy means to those offensive linemen. Like Frank Ragnow, Taylor
Three
Decker,
separate guys made,
Penny Sewell,
all made statements.
They all love this guy so much, and he is so good for their development. And like you made a great point about Giovanni Manu and his development going forward. Christian Mahogany is probably going to be a starter next year. So having Hank Fraley as your guy still is huge for him and his development and his hopefully full first season starting in the NFL. This is huge, man. This is huge. And shout out to all the powers that be. Spielman, Campbell, Holmes, Fordham, Rod Wood, Mike Disner, whoever got it done, we appreciate you. And welcome back, Hank Fraley.
Welcome back.
You were hardly out of the door. Dude took a trip to Seattle, and then he came back.
I'm fairly certain
he saw the crackheads on the street in Seattle.
The offensive line did one of those DeAndre Jordan situations where Hank Fraley was locked
That
into
is
a
what
room.
Justin Rogers said.
Penei
Frank
Sewell.
Ragnow's smear campaign worked.
Penei Sewell was front of the door, not letting him leave. But I think this is phenomenal for so many reasons. You brought up Giovanni Manu, and I think one of the reasons I bring that up too is I think a lot of people, you see that draft pick, you see that size, and you automatically think tackle, but he also got reps at guard this year. And Christian Mahogany coming in, he's going to feel it nice. Kevin Zeitler, I think I'm expecting him to return again. One of those guys will retire soon, though, between he and Glasgow. They're both upper 30s. I think Zeitler's like 36 or something like that. Graham's not too far away. You're going to need that other guard spot, and this offense is not going to work without that offensive line. Jared Goff is a pocket passing quarterback. He needs to stand upright. He needs to read the field, go through his progressions to make that throw. You need that offensive line. Matter of fact, perfect example. Today, Bobby Slowick fired from the Texans. A year from just being a head coaching candidate. You know what fucked him up?
No offensive line. That
offensive line was horrendous. It'll make or break you. And that's why Hank Fraley is so important to his organization.
It is by far the most important position group in football, and it's really not that close. The offensive line unit is the most important position group in football, and the Detroit Lions have had one of the tops of the tops for multiple years now, and Hank Fraley has been a part of it. So having him back is huge for that unit, is huge for those guys individually, and it's huge for the young guys. Giovanni Manu, Christian Mahogany, these guys stepping up. They need to be a part of what he's been building. They need to be a part of his tutelage. And having Hank Fraley back now as the offensive line coach and the run game coordinator per Tom Pelissero for the Detroit Lions, those guys are only going to get better. Those guys are going to only feel more comfortable. Frank Ragnow is going to be more willing to get out there and get to work. Taylor Decker is not going to contemplate hanging him up. You got guys like Kevin Zeitler, who is a respected offensive lineman throughout this league. He talks about how much he likes this team and these guys all the time. And so having Hank Fraley, not Frank Haley, back just increases your odds of Kevin Zeitler re-signing to come back and play in Detroit. So it's huge. And again, shout out to everybody that got the deal done.
I think it was Justin Rogers actually just recently wrote a post about Manu moving or expecting to play that guard role. I'm trying to look into that one, but that guy's a freak show, and I think he's going to be an important piece of this offensive line. And obviously, a guy you have developed your amazing offensive line, top 2 right now, is Hank Fraley. Huge part of that. And run game coordinator makes sense. We just talked about it. The extreme complex run system that Ben Johnson brought. You know how to work hand in hand with him to make sure you could actually do what he wanted to do? Hank Fraley. because the offensive linemen had to be on point. We actually brought the gentleman from The Athletic on the show who interviewed defensive coordinators who just quite literally were going mad trying to figure out this Ben Johnson run scheme because it's just so complicated. They show so many looks. I said it earlier if you guys missed it, like certain teams only run certain run schemes because that's what the offensive line are capable of doing. When you have an offensive line coach and now run game coordinator and also play caller, no longer here Ben Johnson, that could draw these certain other things up though, where you're selling a wham block or you're selling a pole or you're just doing like a zone scheme. You need the offensive line in sync or that's just not going to work, plain and simple.
And I'm looking at the Detroit Lions coaching list right now, and it looks like last year they did not have a run game coordinator. They had Scotty Montgomery, assistant head coach and running backs coach, Tanner Strand, passing game coordinator. That's all I'm seeing, really.
Yeah.
Deshae Townsend was also a passing game coordinator.
I mean, essentially, it's just an excuse to
it's
just to
give
get
more
more money.
money.
He is now the executive offensive line coach. Like,
I am the assistant to the assistant head coach.
It's just a name to give him some more money. So good. He deserves it, man. He's the best in the game. He's the best offensive line coach in the NFL. And you got some pieces that you're worried about the futures with them on that offensive line, especially at the right guard spot because it's empty right now. So it's good to have Hank and Frank.
It's
Jesus.
Hank.
It's Hank.
Yeah.
Okay. See, because Dole Spoon said Frank Haley sounds weird. All right.
No, it fucks you up.
It fucks me up.
Hank Fraley, because Fraley's not a common last name, but Haley
Wasn't
is.
there a guy? Yeah.
So you would naturally want to say Frank Haley.
Wasn't there a guy named Haley?
Fraley.
Wasn't he an offensive coordinator?
Todd Haley?
Todd Haley.
Yeah, for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was head coach of the Chiefs, I think.
All right.
And then he went back to the Steelers for offensive
Hank
coordinator.
Fraley.
What is your reaction to Hank
to have him
Fraley's
back.
re-signing, though, Nick?
It doesn't surprise me at all because when Brad Holmes was in his press conference, he said, that's the engine for us. It's too important not only for our team, our quarterback, everything. It's our identity. And you think back to Brad's first draft. He got an all-time great already in Penei Sewell. He anchored this offensive line as a two-time All-Pro now. Penei Sewell, Hank Fraley, this O-line, he knows how much it means for the run game. He knows Jared Goff is not the same quarterback when he is under pressure as you saw in that playoff game against the Commanders. So it's everything. And Hank Fraley is the biggest key to that. It was at the okay.
I'm gonna
it
fuck
was-
it up every
now
time.
I'm second
I'm
judging
gonna fuck it up
everything.
every time now.
That's okay. It took me 2 years
Hank
to get
Fraley.
Anthony Lynn and
Anthony
Aaron
Glenn.
Glenn
Yeah.
separated.
Anthony-
And those are actually even
Hank the Tank.
not even similar to Hank and Frank. But either way,
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Not surprised, motherfucker. The other part of this too is Frank has been. I know he's only 28 years old.
Okay. Just call him Rag now.
Frank,
So I was like, dude, what?
Rag now.
Yeah.
Inoperable toe. Obviously torn pec this year. He's been
knee last
teetering
year.
along the idea of retiring. And he said, I'm not going to play football if that guy's not my offensive line coach. He's come out and said that multiple times now, consecutively 2 years. To the point where Brad's kind of like looked into it like, yeah, we might have to look into grab another center or some interior offensive lineman, which they did, I guess, in Christian Mahogany. But Frank is also, like, the cool thing or the tough thing that people don't know about these centers, they're calling out the blitzes. They're calling out these protections. Like, you rely on those guys heavily.
You don't just walk in and be a first-year center on a Super Bowl hopeful team. Like,
It's not Madden.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, you need the brain of a center. They're like your second quarterback. They're the
Look
quarterback of the
what
offensive
happened to
line.
the Bucks.
Yeah.
Rookie center,
Fucked it up.
fucked it up.
You're blowing
I think I was listening
He
to
did blow it.
Frank Ragnow.
He's going to be good, but he's a rookie.
Rags was on the Greenlight pod, not with Chris Long, but the other guy he does it with, some defensive lineman. And he was kind of talking about that. He's like, sometimes it feels like I'm guessing, but I guess I've been doing it so long that I know when safety's coming down, if it's like a simulated pressure, or like a fake, or like a real blitz.
He's got spidey senses.
Yeah, but he'll call it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the importance of like what Frank brings on top of just being a phenomenal all-around pass and run blocker.
Second team All-Pro.
This is it's crazy because somebody already has, so it doesn't feel that huge. But this is a huge, not addition, but
Huge
I guess retention.
Yes.
Yeah, for the Detroit
Huge
Lions.
retention. Drago in the Woodward Sports Chat says
Drago.
Terrell Williams was the run game coordinator. Okay. Yeah, because he's not on the list anymore.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
But I think that works both ways, right? You get a defensive run coordinator or just one. there's no way he was working the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
But I remember, I think Aubrey Pleasant used to be like the run game or pass game coordinator for the defensive backs coach.
Yeah, it said Deshae Townsend was the pass game coordinator.
I think it is. You just add that extra title.
Give him some
for
more
the
money.
extra bread.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's why I'm going to be super host in a couple months.
Yeah,
Executive host.
Executive host. Yeah.
Executive host.
The Eagles have a rookie center. Do the Eagles have? I don't know if he's a rookie. That was first year.
I don't
obviously.
think they have a rookie center. I can look it up.
Did you just
we are
read
past break
Drago's
though.
super chat?
Tell us about Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where everyone, and we mean everyone, can work out and feel comfortable in their fitness goals. Planet Fitness. No, he was drafted in Juergens drafted in 2022. He's been on the Eagles since then. Planet Fitness. Make sure you check it out. It's a great spot. I went there for legs today. They got a lot of new equipment in there over the new year. They got the seated calf rows at the seated calf raises at the one I go to. A lot better than me just holding the plates, that's for sure. The best equipment, the newest equipment, the cleanest gyms. Planet Fitness. Join in club or online, planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
1800 Tequila is the smoothest tasting tequila in the game. The best tasting tequila, and they have teamed up with the Detroit Lions and Woodward Sports throughout the Lions football season. Make sure you grab a custom-made Lions bottle, a special bottle for a special season. 1800 Tequila, the best tasting tequila in the game. When you drink it, please, just drink it responsibly.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Spot on the rocks. Do it.
Smoke. Do you remember
Smoking a pancake.
Family Guy, when they do the smoke, they talk about the cigarettes dropping subliminal messages in the commercials, and it's like a commercial of like Wonder Bread, and then it just cuts to a guy's like smoke, and then it goes back to smoke. You smoking yet?
You stole the mother lines from Spinny.
Commercials were crazy back in the day.
Yeah, I invented your mama jokes.
Nice. What up, though? Welcome back to Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Easy to my Spin Raxter, Chris, Microwave, Nick, Crash Out, Call Off. Make sure you guys check out this video on Alex Bregman and the Detroit Tigers.
Shout out.
Spinny.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about it last segment.
Yeah.
Bobby Slowick of the Tennessee Texans. What the hell am I saying? The Texans. Houston Texans. Offensive coordinator fired. We're not actually hiring outside. What the fuck are we doing? I'm not even starting the conversation. We have a super chat from Randy Prince.
Shout out Randy Prince with the super chat in there. He says, My family and I are going to try to visit Detroit to see my family in the summer. Would love to buy y'all a beer when I get in Detroit.
Come on by. Man. Yeah, hit us up.
Yeah, let us know.
Come by the studio.
Come by the studio. Drop in.
Have a few drinks. Yeah, we're not E&E. We're not gonna charge you $500.
We're not gonna charge. Yeah, no. Come in. Have a drink or two.
$500.
$500 to sit in the mass chair. Makes it sound like someone's getting a blowjob. I'm just saying.
Yeah. It does.
I've never paid $500 to sit in the chair that wasn't
guys,
making me do something.
You know the best bang for your buck value is here on Heavyweights.
That is true.
Yes.
Amen.
Who else is offering the best super chat?
And we appreciate
value?
you guys with the super chats.
We appreciate all of you. Keep them coming.
We're trying
Stevie
to win.
Wonder does
trying
go
to
ball.
win some money.
He could be offensive coordinator with Jameer Gibbs's offensive line.
Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, he could do it. I think the Lions
he's
offense will
not
be
blind,
fine.
so he could definitely do it.
Yeah, again, to the Bobby Slog point, like him losing his job, the offensive line coach lost his job too. They fucking sucked on the offensive side.
Larry Tunsil was too high all season.
We still have a great offensive line in Jameer Gibbs. We're gonna be just fine.
They're gonna be a top 5 offense again next year.
Stevie Wonder can call the fucking plays. You can spam Jameer Gibbs,
dude,
and you're gonna have some success. I would almost rather actually just listen to Tanner Strand And I fully expect him to be the offensive coordinator. I think we are going to run the ball a lot more.
Yeah,
just listen to him talk. That's the mindset he was kind of
sounds good to me.
Spitting as the DC Defenders offensive coordinator.
Get these big uglies moving downhill and give the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs, Dave Montgomery. Get out the way. I mean, we're still going to be a top 5 offense. Without Ben Johnson? If you got an MVP candidate quarterback, you've got 2,000-yard wide receivers, you got 2,000-yard running backs, you've got Sam Laporta, you've got Khalif Raymond coming back. We got plenty of weapons. The offense is still going to be elite.
K9 returned for $200 in super chats. Sorry, now. According to Chase Hamley.
Nah, dude.
Who didn't do his nose coffee on the morning show as promised.
That's what I'm saying. He don't stand on no business.
What?
Don't talk. Nose coffee.
Nose coffee? That is, in the mortgage industry, what we call a little...
Wait, he got paid to do it?
Little bump. No, just... I said 25. I hit the morning chat, and I was like $25, and Chase do a nose coffee on air. But he didn't. Because he's a piece.
Chase is more of a psilocybin guy.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, trippy.
Love mushrooms. Don't do drugs,
love
kids.
It too. All right. So how about this?
Unless you want to have fun.
Yeah, unless you want to have a great time.
Unless you want to never get.
I heard a clip of you the other day say that the Detroit Lions should sign Jameson Williams this offseason.
Meow.
Extend him now.
Right meow.
Why?
Because he'll never be cheaper than he is right meow.
Right
because
now.
when he goes out there next year and makes the Pro Bowl, when he goes out there next year,
All-Star starter.
Yeah, when he makes the Pro Bowl next year, because he'll be eligible to, when he has another 1,000-yard receiving season, when he has 10+ touchdowns, price is only going up. I would get in front of it now.
I actually don't hate that logic.
He didn't make the Pro Bowl this year because he couldn't. So he was ineligible to.
Oh, why?
Because of the suspension. Nobody suspended in a season can make a Pro Bowl.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
For breaking substance abuse policy.
Yeah.
That policy. Nobody
Damn.
who gets suspended for that can make the Pro Bowl that year. So go do it now. So when he makes those and his agent can point to, hey, he's a Pro Bowl wide receiver, you got to bump that up an extra $4 million a year.
Yeah.
Can't do it right now. I would do it right now. Sign him to a 3-year extension.
I initially headed into this segment to disagree with you, but you're right. It wouldn't be cheaper than what it would be this offseason.
And you're still getting the rest of his deal. You're still getting that rookie contract. It's still there. You just add on to it with years that are cheaper right now. Jameson Williams is the cheapest he will ever be right now.
What do you think that price is, though?
Around $20+ million. Probably like 20, 21 million. Because Devontae Smith's making $25
million.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
I'm looking. I pulled up the receivers right here. When you start to look at sub 20 and under, it's Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson's the first one under $20 million.
It's not next year, but the 2026 year. I think Goff, and they're probably going to restructure some form or fashion.
Yeah.
But it's Goff, Panay, and Amon-Ra are like 160 on the cap or something like that.
They're going to restructure for sure.
I don't want to say no or that's too much, just because things can get funky with the cap. You can put on these back years. You can put all kinds of weird stuff to make it fit. So I as boring as it is, I really can't say no to that. But that's a lot of money, man.
It's a lot of money. It's what you got to pay.
Is he worth that yet? $20 million?
He makes everybody better. Don't forget, EZ. I think obviously this was the first year he finally got introduced with Goff, full off season to work together with him, and you saw the improvements this year. I think it was 4 games in a row. He had at least 5 receptions, but the reason why it's so valuable is because he can explode for a touchdown on any given play. I thought the throwing of the touchdown was absolutely the pick was ridiculous.
Stupid.
That was the dumbest play I think I've ever seen in football, but let's not forget, Teddy Two Gloves came in, got that reverse to Jamo, and we scored a massive touchdown.
Yeah. So, would you pay him more than Amari Cooper?
What's Amari Cooper getting paid?
Yes.
$20 million. Just don't even ask for the number. Is he worth more than Amari Cooper?
I mean, what Amari Cooper is right now.
Yes. Amari Cooper is right. Players right now. Players right now.
More than what Amari Cooper is right now.
More than Amari
is he
Cooper?
worth $20 million? I don't know.
Is he a better? Just answer
yes,
the
he's
question.
A better player. I just said yes 5 fucking times now.
Is he a better player?
Jesus Christ.
Is he a better player than Calvin Ridley?
Yeah.
Is he a better player than Keenan Allen?
Yes.
Keenan's a dog still.
I would much
you're
rather have
biased.
Jameson Williams than Keenan Allen.
That's fine. You're a Lions fan. Makes sense.
You would rather have Keenan Allen than Jameson Williams on your team right now.
I'm just saying, if you're asking straight up value right now, Keenan's still a dog. They're pretty even.
I would take Jameson Williams
He's
over him.
Keenan Allen.
Would you rather have Jameson Williams or Michael Pittman Jr.?
Jameson Williams.
All of those guys make over $20 million a year.
And that's fine, but they're
That's the
not
market.
paying Penei Sewell top dollar. They're not paying Amon-Ra top dollar. They're not paying
That's not
Jared
top
Goff top
dollar.
dollar. No. I just said you're not paying Penei Sewell. Those teams aren't paying Penei Sewell top dollar. They're not paying Amon-Ra top dollar. They're not paying Jared Goff top dollar. I don't know that you can afford to jump in and pay Jameson Williams $20 million right now when the previous 2 years before his emergence, you are already a top offense amongst the league. I think moving forward, without Ben Johnson, I think you're going to lean, and you're just kind of makes sense too, by the way, too. You're going to lean a lot more on Jahmyr Gibbs in that passing game in the future.
I look at the Eagles are paying A.J. Brown $32 million
Correct.
a year. They're also paying Devontae Smith $25 million a year. They're also playing Saquon Barkley as the highest paid running back.
Yeah.
They're paying Jalen Hurts as one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL.
His cap hit's actually really low.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to do with Goff.
They got like, what do you call it? I don't know the name of the top of my head right now. Like dead years or whatever, vacant years, whatever the fuck the term it is. You want to pull it up on over the cap. He's got like 6 of them.
I'm just saying, if you pay Jameson Williams right now, you're getting him as cheap as you will ever, and so that's why I would do it right now.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's something they do simply off the money. Like that's a lot of money to commit to something we haven't had consistency out of up until this year. And you still had a top
and that's
offense in the league before his production.
It is a risk, and it's taking a risk, and that's part of it. Because if you hit on it, then you got him on a deal. But if you don't do it, and he goes out there and he goes for 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns and makes a Pro Bowl, now you got to pay him $25 million a year.
But the other part of it too is, again, I don't know that you need Jameson Williams to be a productive offense. I think it's just more of like an added
No, I don't think you do.
piece.
But if you want to be an elite offense, if you want to be a top 5 offense, you need Jameson Williams.
But they were a top 5 offense and elite offense without Jameson Williams.
Yeah, but what were they last year?
Top 5. Top
with
3.
Jameson Williams. And now they don't have
Jameson
Ben
Williams
Johnson.
contributed very little.
So without Ben Johnson and Jameson Williams, they'd still be a top 5 offense?
I think you could be a productive offense. I think moving forward, they're going to lean a lot more on Jahmyr, and as they should, in that passing game. I think I'm going to operate kind of like you're watching the Eagles do it right now.
And the Eagles have 2 top 7 paid receivers.
To be honest, the people bitching about the Ben Johnson called game, a lot of them are saying they want Jahmyr a lot more touches. I think that's going to be moving going forward.
Easy. I don't disagree with what you're saying. I don't disagree with your philosophy, I guess. I disagree with what you're saying, but I get your philosophy of he might not be worth $20 million in this system with these weapons that we have. But my counter to that would be, I feel like if I'm running the team, where I'd make the cut is a guy like Tim Patrick that you want to sign for $7 million. Maybe go a little cheaper on that route. Like, that's where I would cut I wouldn't cut at Jamo. I would find elsewhere to cut. I get what you're saying. Your logic isn't wrong. I just would explore other avenues to cut rather than
I'm not even like saying like I wouldn't do this. I don't like him. Blah blah blah. Logically, you just repaid Taylor Decker. You got the top dollar for Penei, top dollar for Goff, top dollar for Amon-Ra.
And Jamo's contract wouldn't hit for another 2 years.
Like, realistically, I just don't think that's going to happen.
I think they will re-sign him.
I also believe they will re-sign him because you see what happens in
Maybe
these
not
big
this year.
games, fellas. Obviously, we haven't got to the biggest game yet, but this is a type of guy in a Super Bowl that is the reason you win one.
Yeah.
Like, this is the type of guy that takes the top out the defense, makes an explosive play from your own 20-yard line that goes for 80 yards in this game. Like, when you're going up against a Mahomes, an Allen, a Lamar, you need those type of plays. And yes, I think having that on the ground with Gibbs is so effective and, big moving forward for the offense. But to have it through the air and the threat of it is so big as well with Jamo.
And Jamo loves the city, man. That's part of it too. Like, it's not part
You're
of
not
me
paying
giving
him to love the city, though.
No, you're paying him to be a 1,000-yard receiver and a game-breaking talent, which he is. So it helps that he loves the city too. Yeah, I agree with you, Chris. You cut costs somewhere else. You don't cut costs with Jameson Williams.
Would you cut Decker
Yes.
for Jamo?
Yes.
Who are you putting at right tackle?
Manu, the guy you drafted in the 3rd round. Or you draft a tackle.
If he's ready. He's inactive all 17 games this year.
Then you sign a 1-year guy to a deal and draft someone.
So you're spending more money.
So you sign a guy to a 1-year deal, and then you draft someone.
I'm just saying.
Like I said, Jameson Williams' contract wouldn't hit for another 2 years anyways.
And shout out to Prince, too, in the chat, the super chat from earlier. Gibbs, Jamo. This is what I'm saying. Go Gibbs. Because I don't know if Jamo's part of the future of this team. Just realistically. Because of he is worth. I can see someone give him $20 million. I don't know if we can afford to give him $20 million.
Minimum.
And you go to 2022, where the Detroit
minimum.
Lions offense ranked 5th in points, 4th in the league's yards per play. That was before Jamo was even part of the equation. Like, you could still be a productive offense to the tune of top 5 without Jameson Williams.
But now you don't have Ben Johnson either, so that's something you're going to have to look at.
If
And that's fine, but you also have merged Jahmyr Gibbs.
If Jamo hits the open market, this dude's getting at least like 27 from the Panthers. I'll tell you that straight up 100%. To get paired with Bryce Young.
The only way
At
you're going to get
least.
him for 20 or under is if you do it right now.
And
That's
I'm not disagreeing to that. I'm saying we can't afford it. I don't know that we will be able to afford that.
I think we can. If the Eagles can afford what they have with their roster right now, I think we can.
Well, that's not how the Lions move.
Who are we paying on defense, though? We're not really paying everybody.
Hutch, you got to pay. Kirby's about to get paid.
I know they haven't been paid yet, though. I guess we'll see. I don't know.
$20 million receiver, you got to pay Hutch what?
20.
That's probably around $20 million as well. 20, 30.
28.
What's the top? You look at the edge rusher contract.
Hutch is going to be 30.
He's got to get paid before Micah. I mean, we'll see what happens with that
And Kirby's
as well.
probably 12.
I mean, that contract might have gotten, decreased a little bit because of the injury. Like, realistically.
What?
No, Hutch is going to be the highest paid defensive end in the league.
Yeah,
it's going to be less than it would have been, I'll tell you that.
What'd you say?
It's going to be less than it would have been.
It'll probably be the same.
I think Hutch will probably reset the market.
Yeah. But let's go to... No.
Do you want to double up?
Yeah, we went over. Yeah, let's double up. We'll come back.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Les Stanford. Les, I'll tell you right about it.
Yeah, the re-sign of Carlton Davis. That's a good point, too.
Yeah, and Jameson Williams' contract doesn't count this. It's not this year or next year. He still has 2 years on his rookie deal.
Pretty soon.
He still has 2 years on his rookie deal.
Goff, like I said, Goff, Panay,
and quarterbacks
and Amon-Ra
always restructured
count towards $160 million on the cap in 2 years.
You think they're going to, when the season starts, that's going to be a thing?
I'm just telling you what it is right now.
Do you think that's going to be a thing when the season starts?
That's factually what it is, yeah.
Okay, so we're only going to have 3 guys on our team. Let me tell you about Les Stanford. New year, new you. How about new car? Les Stanford Buick GMC is here for you. Get a 2025 EV Hummer SUV for 24 months with 10,000 miles a year, only for $699 a month, or just $1999 down payment. Get a 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab, 24 months with a 10,000 miles a year, only for $359 per month. Sign and drive, no down payment required. GM discount required for both. Get to Les Stanford today. Check out their massive inventory. Les Stanford Buick GMC, LesStanford.com.
And tell us about $130 million. Easy.
Tell us about Soroki's.
Oh. So, I thought, commercial. Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, guys. If you aren't doing your game days with Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, you're doing it wrong. Visit Soroki's.com right now to find one near you. If you haven't had those biscuits, you are missing out, I promise you. And you're not going to get a girlfriend if you're not eating Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza. It's Soroki's.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
At Lady Jane's, we take the chore out of getting a haircut. Our talented stylist will deliver an industry-leading haircut, relaxing scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for men. It's wicked awesome.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. Catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Check it out.
What up, dude? Welcome back. Whatever it's live on woodsports.com. I'm your boss, been more Rex, young Shawty, young Chris Platty.
Who's young Shawty?
I don't know. I just wanted to say Shawty. We got Scottie Pippen in the TD booth. We got my guy Microwave Nick on the ones and twos. Smash that like button. Platty Pods. And check out Nick's video as well.
Pods. Shout out.
There was a super chat idea for us to win the competition from DNC ENT.
Subathon?
Yes. He says, y'all want to win? Heavyweight Subathon. Every $2 adds a minute to the show. $120 adds an hour. 1,000. That'd be crazy. Someone drop 1,000. You could just hit that right to my Cash App.
Yeah.
1,000 adds 8.3 hours. 3:30 a.m. until the Woo show begins. I'm not opposed.
I think we should do that on Friday.
On a Friday.
Next Friday. Next week Friday.
Next Friday. I think that's when it ends as well. So
I think we get the first week of February. Too.
Okay. I'm down to next week Friday.
Yep, next week Friday.
Well, is next week Friday the first week of February? Yeah.
No,
it's January 31st.
I think it becomes February 1st, like that.
Because I've been waiting for that check.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know if we're getting that Friday because it's the 31st, but that's another conversation
No, it is because we started it a week into January.
No, I was talking about our check.
Oh, our check. Yeah, we'll get it if it's the first Friday or
it's the 31st.
Oh, then no, we won't.
So they'll get us in that technicality.
Yeah,
dicks.
Yeah, next Friday I'll be down to do that next Friday. Like I said, I can bring my PS5 in.
That'd be it.
We can bring a TV up here.
I got my PS2.
Yeah, I only have one controller, so
we could go old school.
Settlers like Catan. We were talking about during break.
I got my PS2. We go old school.
I got my PS2 as well. Yeah,
let's cook up. I'll move the Rap Cape pod to Saturday recording.
I'm down to do that next Friday. Next week Friday.
Get a couple fists.
Heavyweight stuff. We should
couple joints.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Presented by
Nose candy. Who said that?
We could
He also said Hutch will be the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history.
If there's some live games going on, we could do some little play-by-play action. Spenny on the call.
Yeah.
Do you see Hutch being paid the highest non-quarterback in NFL history?
Not after breaking his leg. I truly don't.
I truly do.
I don't think so.
Why? It's just bone. It's not like a ligament. It's not.
He broke his leg.
Yeah, but it's just a bone. Like if there were like structural damage or anything like that, but it was a cleanest break that could happen. He could have technically been available for this. Hurts to say, could have technically been available for the Super Bowl. It's just if it were an ACL, MCL, whatever letter you want to put in front of a CL, like I could see that hurting his contract. But he's gonna get the bag. I don't think that injury is gonna stop that from happening.
So it was just to clarify, it wasn't the Paul George where it's the tibia and the fibia, because that was the Paul George.
No, it was just the tibia.
It was the contrablia. Next to your farm bone.
Yeah, that's
dude. Did I tell you that story about
his blinker fluid ran out.
All my nerd ass cousins, like you know how like
all your cousins are doctors.
All my cousins are doctors. 2 of my older brothers are doctors. Before my one cousin family sold their cottage. They had a cottage in Cadillac.
Shout out.
They like had us all out for like one last weekend because we used to spend like a weekend there every summer. And so they had all of us out for one last weekend, and we were all adults. So this was a couple years ago. And so we were like, me and all my cousins were sitting around, you know, bonfire, smoking joints, drinking, talking. We were like doing bonfire games.
Yeah, they're like, let's play Name the Bones.
Yeah, Name the Bones. They're like, we're going to play a game where everybody names a different bone. And it just keeps going. I was like, dude, that's gay as fuck. What? But it worked. I got cranium and phalanges were the two that I got.
Phalanges are bone?
Yeah, it's your fingers and toes.
Nice. All right, I'm
It's
gonna do
the
what
same
Spinny
thing,
did to
that's
me,
lazy.
Nick, to you.
Like, can't we do like obscure NBA players instead of
like normal
boats?
shit?
Yeah.
What up, Nick?
This is from Brad Holmes on Hutch. We are working through all of that. Again, it's not always in our control. We might have our plans and processes, but it takes 2 people to get something done, Holmes says. That's not a
Whoa.
negative comment. It's just that you just don't know what the player and their camp and all that kind of stuff are thinking. So we haven't gotten to those intense dialogues yet.
On Hutch specific, they're already talking about signing Hutch.
In other words, it's early.
Well, yeah, it's very early.
That's on Hutch or Zeitler?
It was on Hutch.
Wow. So they're already talking about re-signing him.
It's very early. Yeah, but
Yeah,
no,
it's
you
super
would
early.
sign
You
would sign him this year.
This is when they
Play
signed
that as
today.
rookie year.
This summer or this fall.
And that's why
or
I said they
spring,
did
I
it in
should say.
threes.
Huh?
They did it in threes when they got Penne and Amon-Ra and Goff. Boom, 3.
Hutch,
Yeah.
Jamo,
Hutch, Kirby, Jamo.
Love
boom,
it.
boom, boom.
Good call, Spencer. Yeah, I mean,
I don't think Jamo's getting re-signed, fellas.
When he says it
I think
just
you pick up his
takes
5th
two-
year. I don't know if he gets the extendo.
when he said it just takes 2 people to get something done, and then he said after that's not a negative comment, making sure like people don't overreact to
No,
that.
we know
it's
Hutch is getting
business.
re-signed.
Yeah.
So to give you guys an idea of that number 2, is Hutch just as valuable or equal to Nick Bosa? That's 34
Hutch
million.
is the best for defensive end in the league. Like, I'm not saying he isn't. He just got hurt.
Yeah. He definitely was on his way.
He would have been Defensive Player of the Year, not even close.
The 34 million. What you talking about right there then? Josh Hines,
Yeah.
Allen, just behind him. Not even just behind him.
It's going to be
hell
$34,
behind him.
$35 million a year.
Yeah.
That's insane. Can we get him a new truck?
Oh.
And can I get a hot tub?
Dude's going to get a helicopter.
Dude, that guy gets an island.
With his own money after he gets that. Do you think, like, I got to be honest, if I was coming to the contract table and they're offering me a car, like, I can buy my own car. I'm a fucking millionaire. No, give me more money.
Can we give him Campus Marshes?
Yeah, I mean, he's got that one building already. Start giving pieces of Detroit. He's
Let's
part
give
owner
him
of
the
Ford
Riverwalk.
Motor Company.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about that West Suburb Detroit thing they're building in Commerce?
No.
It's supposed to be like 175,000 square acres or something like that. Some crazy. It's supposed to be literally like its own town, like expensive hotels.
Is Chris
all sorts of
Illich
shit.
building it? Because it will never get up there.
Yeah, shout out District Detroit.
Shout out.
Shout out Alex Bregman. Pizza, bitch.
Shout out to Jay Sanders, the
I was gonna say
resident
something
Bears
wild.
fan in the chat, trying to talk
My
trash.
bad.
No, you're good.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is an All-Pro. DJ Moore wishes he was an All-Pro. What are we doing?
Congratulations, you just got
Wait,
Amon-Ra
wait,
St.
wait.
Clown.
Oh, did you guys see that thing about Terrion that Woodward posted about Terrion and Jay Daniels?
No, let's play that. Let's go to break. Come back to
The
that.
jersey
That was
shit.
crazy.
No, we're good. We doubled up. We're good. We
Yeah.
got time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Play it.
Play it.
That was crazy.
I gotta find it. We don't have it.
Chris. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, just go to Woodward's Twitter.
I have
No, I
not
sent
seen
it. I
this.
sent it in Slack.
Oh, did you? Then I probably do.
You're just didn't do your job.
Do you want
Oh
me to
yeah,
play
no,
it?
I do have it. I'm sorry. That's what that video is. Damn, I'm good at this. Here we go.
Elite.
You know what's funny? I'm cool with Terrion Arnold. He DB for for the Lions.
Yeah.
He told me that he swapped jerseys with Jaden Daniels after the game. And on the bottom of the jersey, Jaden Daniels wrote Cancun on 3, 1, 2, 3. And
Did he
swapped
actually?
jerseys, yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting the Commanders in for the Super Bowl, bro.
Destroying's good too. I love his one-on-one videos. Have you seen those?
Absolute savagery from Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. He's him for that.
Like Terrion should have fought him.
I would have squared up with him.
Yeah, like I'm not.
But that also set him up, if he doesn't go to the Super Bowl, to get a little get back.
What do you mean?
Like if you get sent home by the Eagles, you're in Cancun too, brother.
Yeah, but you wrote it on the
Yeah,
jersey.
but- yeah.
It's true.
Like, remember, I beat your ass this game. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even want the jersey at that point, to be honest with you.
Burn it.
You want to know something crazy?
Terrion's got to get that leg back. And it's got to be in the playoffs, too. That's the other part. Like, you can't have the regular season game and talk your shit, because, like, this one was for all the marbles. I'm sorry, Nick.
Disrespectful as fuck. I'll say that just straight
Definitely
up.
wild.
Dude, Jaden Daniels is 3 years older than Terrion.
That's actually crazy.
Jaden Daniels is 24 years old.
Hey, he went to
Terrion's
Arizona
21.
State.
And people are already pulling out on Terrion Arnold and what's he's going to be in the NFL.
Yeah, let's see what Terrion looks like at 24.
Yeah, people need to relax on that.
I forgot that Jaden Daniels was like a super old rookie. So maybe that has to do with some of the success that he's having in, like, you know, this historical year for a rookie quarterback. Maybe it's because he's, like, developed, you know, compared to a 21-year-old coming out.
Who is the player that Terrion slapped on San Fran? Because that's what he needs to do again.
Juwan Jennings.
Yeah, dude, he needs to Juwan Jennings that motherfucking Jay.
That is disrespectful, man.
Yeah.
That is some.
That's some him shit, though.
That is some savagery.
That's some him shit, though.
Yeah. What?
What Jaden Daniels did, dude.
Yeah.
We don't have them on the schedule next year, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
In Washington.
There's only two teams we play that aren't in the playoffs on the road. One of them are the Bengals, and the other one is the Bears.
Can I make a bet right now that Terrion Arnold intercepts Jaden Daniels in Washington next year?
It'd be a bad bet.
He's got that dog in him.
Not even
Depends
the dog
when they
thing.
play. Is Hutch and Halim back?
Clearly.
Hutch and Halim
So
back?
did CJ Stroud.
that's
So
like
did
a Kobe
CJ
move.
Stroud until year 2.
Damn.
You've
Let
already
him get
gone
the
out there and
tape.
told you I think Jaden Daniels is a better rookie year than CJ Stroud.
Let him get the
And
tape.
I think now that's kind of stapled in. This guy might go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm not counting them out of that game.
No, I'm not
being honest with you.
I mean,
I think it's a pick-em.
It's not a pick 'em.
I think it is.
If they don't turn the ball over 5 times and they hand the ball off to Saquon, they should win comfortably. And that's what they're going to do. But
Counter, they will
Jaden
turn the ball over 5 times.
Daniels could do some crazy shit. We've seen him do. He is a stud, man. So it's going to be fun to watch. But, like, the game they won, they're going against Kenny Pickett. So,
also, the chat, if the drug reference from Just a Fan is because I don't think the Lions will re-sign Jameson Williams, I'd love to make a bet with you. I'd love to put some money on that or some sort of something. We'll see who's on drugs after that. But Jaden Daniels is an absolute dog. I think what might F them, though, is they lost that guard, who was one of the better guards in the league, against us. And you have this guy named Jalen Carter on the other side of the Philadelphia Eagles situation. Mm-hmm. But then you also have Jalen Hurts with a banged-up knee.
But you also have Saquon Barkley.
You also have Saquon Barkley.
And if you
going
don't,
against a
like I
terrible
said,
run defense,
if you don't
too.
turn the ball over 5 times, you're probably going to win that game if you're the Eagles.
Yeah. I think
the Lions would have won comfortably if they didn't turn the ball over 5 times.
Mag 7 for life. Easy, you'd pay Decker before Jamo. Wow. Yeah, because you were a top 5 offense without Jameson Williams. But you did have Decker, who kept your quarterback upright, who has to make throws to the rest of the guys.
I don't think Decker
I don't think Decker
get
was
another
the one
contract.
keeping him upright.
Yeah, he got re-signed this offseason.
Yeah, I'm saying after that, you're saying sign Decker over Jamo.
No, I'm not
already
saying.
signed.
Yeah, he's already signed. Maybe Mag 7 didn't know that. Yeah, Decker's already.
Decker got re-upped for, 2 years, I think?
Yeah. And you got Kirby, who just became an all-pro.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, we just talked about Hutch becoming the highest-paid quarterback.
Non-quarterback.
There's this Jamo faction, and I get it. I love Jamo. Fans go crazy over it. Like, they just, lose their minds. Like, it's kind of crazy.
He's definitely got a huge fan base, but I also,
logically, I just don't know if you're spending all that money.
I think they will.
You want to make
What's
the
the
bet.
logic got to do with this? He sucks.
Pizza bet?
Like I said, you look at these teams, you got the Dolphins with 2 of the top 6 receivers paid. You got the Eagles with 2 of the top 10. The Vikings are going to have 2 of the top 10.
The Eagles would be the closest comp. The Eagles and the 49ers would be the closest comp.
Yeah.
But the Lions don't operate that way.
49ers
It depends how cash rich your owner is.
The Lions, you can't say they don't operate that way because they haven't had to. Now they have to. So
No,
we're going to
correct.
see if they operate that way or not. We've seen them give out great contracts to their draft picks that have performed for that contract.
But if they operated that way, they would make those same type of free agent acquisitions as those teams, Or at least as the Philadelphia Eagles. I can't really say the 49ers make anything crazy.
No, these aren't free agents we're talking about. These are guys that you're re-signing.
No, but I'm telling you, the way those teams operate, like CJ GJ, free agent wise,
They
got a
brought in
big contract
CJ.
from the Philadelphia Eagles.
David
AJ
Montgomery?
Brown was a big acquisition for the Philadelphia Eagles. They operate differently than the Detroit Lions. Our guys are homegrown, so you're right. We do guys see that go through. But I'm just saying, the Philadelphia Eagles and Howie Roseman, they're a lot more willing to spend bread than the Detroit Lions have just in the past 2 to 3 years. 49ers, a lot of their guys are homegrown. I don't think they've ever really signed any, maybe outside of Christian McCaffrey. But that was a no-brainer for them. That was obviously
Well,
a
they
great
signed
decision.
Trent Williams.
Yeah, so maybe they are grabbing guys. They operate a little bit different than us, but
But they didn't have
You're
we don't
correct
need
in
to grab a
saying
Trent
Brad
Williams,
Holmes only been your 4. What'd you say?
We don't need to grab a Trent Williams.
No, we don't.
They grabbed a DJ Reader. They grabbed a David Montgomery.
We don't make those kind of moves though. So I don't know. We don't give out those type of contracts to. We don't operate that way. We just operate
What
differently.
way though?
Like we're just just paying everybody.
They have so far. They paid the guys that they drafted that they needed to pay.
But they're paying a lot more people than we are right now. Like the Detroit Lions, it depends how cash rich your owner is. It depends on how much void years you want to put on that, how much money you want to put up front. Talking about like paying them the money up front right now so you spread it over those void years. You have to have a cash rich owner that's willing to do that, or just an ownership that's willing to do that.
Yeah,
we got to figure out if Sheila's that. I don't know yet. And again, I don't think you need to go and do that just because you can operate without Jamison Williams. I love Jamison Williams. I think he's been fucking tremendous this year. I think he's going to get even better next year.
That's why I signed him now.
But you are still a top 5 offense. You produce to the tune of a top 5 offense without Jamison Williams. I don't know why we're acting like this a make or break character and anything like this working.
I don't think anybody said that.
Nonsensical.
I don't think anybody said that.
I didn't say anybody said that.
But you guys are acting like it?
You're acting like it. I didn't say you said it.
Because I want to sign Jamison Williams?
No, people in the chat. But I guess I throw you in there too. Like you can operate as top 5 offense and be just a productive offense without him.
I think he's an X factor in these big games. That's what it comes down to.
For sure, he's an X factor. But it's not make or break in your offense.
I think to win a Super Bowl, I think you need guys like Jamison Williams.
I disagree.
I also
who on the
for
it's
a
different because
Jared
Patrick
Goff
Mahomes
type
are fucking
offense.
free.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But like, there's not that guy on the
The
Chiefs.
Yak Kings.
Tyreek Hill was, but then they moved on from him because they had Patrick Mahomes.
And they won 2 Super Bowls since.
Because they have
Patrick
Patrick
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the teams they played then. I don't think Devontae Smith is the X factor. Jameson Williams is.
He gets paid $25 million a year.
I don't think AJ Brown is the. I mean, they operate in different ways, but like that specific player, that deep threat, they're not on those teams.
They didn't win the Super Bowl.
But they played Patrick Mahomes. That's the X factor we're talking about. Like what they're going up against.
I mean, if we have Patrick Mahomes, it's a different story. But we don't.
I don't think Jameson Williams is the X factor if you win the Super Bowl or not.
Let me ask you this, EZ. Are you comfortable taking away a premier weapon as you're handing over the reins of offensive coordinator to a new guy, first-year guy?
But that's not happening because Jameson Williams is still going to be on this team for 2 years. Because you're going to go in, you sign this 5th-year option. Like that's not the situation. You're going to find out.
Fair.
That's why it's not going to happen this year. They're going to find out what he is. It's like logic, guys.
Do you think Brad Holmes is going to let a guy that he drafted number 12 overall traded up for in the first round? And do you think he's going to let his own guy walk?
I think he would if he didn't believe in it. But I think he believes in Jamo, and I think he wants him to be a part of this team.
I think it's just beyond like believing in somebody. I think it's like what you can do structurally with the cap and the money you're given.
Yeah, and I like you said, there are a lot of teams paying a lot of guys a lot more than we are. So
cap's going up,
and we don't operate like those teams.
We keep our players.
Yeah, we're starting to. After becoming a good team.
We'll find out.
After becoming a good team and needing to re-sign guys to super big contracts, we've done it.
I would love to make the pizza bet.
I'm asking. I'm telling
Let's
guys
do
in
it,
chat, just a fan.
Pizza bet, yeah.
Pizza bet both of you right now.
Pizza
Brooklyn.
bet.
I want that Brooklyn slice.
I want that hot honey.
That's what I want. The hot honey too.
I want the mushroom.
Everyone loves a good hot honey.
You're gross. Too far. We ain't splitting the mushroom.
Hot honey prosciutto.
Myself.
Capicola
with some garlic knots. Let's go to break. We'll come back. We're going to talk about something else. But first, let me tell you about Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Delicious, locally roasted specialty coffee dropped off right at your doorstep. Michigan-based company. Support local. Support Michigan. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order at SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
New Holland Brewing Company is a position of need that I would like to do. Make sure you tap in. It is a Michigan-based company. Delicious stuff. The Taller Long Drink. Gin-based cocktail made with real grapefruit puree. And again, Michigan-based companies. Support them. It's important. New Holland Brewing Company made here in Michigan. Grab some Taller Long Drink from a Total Wine near you.
What were you thinking?
I think position of need. I mean, did you not even hear me say that?
No, you said and then you had to read.
Yeah, and I did the read, and I said New Holland Brewing Company is a position of need that I think we should do.
Well, no, I did. I thought you were doing an ad read.
Yeah, I think we should do that
This
one.
guy's a genius.
He never listens to me.
To your ad reads, unless I'm watching. All right, what is the
$100
biggest
and we'll
position
broadcast
need
your guys'
for the Detroit
couples
Lions this
therapy
offseason?
The biggest position of need for the Detroit Lions this offseason is obviously wide receiver because we're trading Jamo. No, I'm just kidding. It's tough, man. That is tough. Defensive end, I think. Like depth. Defensive line depth. Guys that can come in, that can play. Because you don't know if Aleem's going to be back for the start of the season. I have faith in Zadarius Smith and Aiden Hutchinson. You don't know if you're going to re-sign Levi Onwuzurike.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're going to re-sign Pat O'Connor or John Kaminsky. That's a lot of your depth. I think they'll be able to get Pat O'Connor back for the cheap ball. So I think defensive line depth. Linebacker, says Dante 150. No.
Yeah, that would be my second.
No. I think Rodrigo's going to be back. And you got Jack Campbell and Enzo.
Yeah.
And, yeah, but you don't need 4 really good linebackers. Like with those.
It was nice when we had
with
it.
Malcolm, with Campbell, Malcolm, and Enzo.
I love young Malcolm.
Then whoever, whether it be Germ or whether it be someone else, I'm more than comfortable with that. But, yeah, I think defensive line depth is – because Denver Blair, I think they're going to re-sign CD3 too. So,
for me, and I think I don't know how they're going to go about it because he doesn't go needs in draft. He goes BPA, best player available. But I'd prefer this position be addressed in draft because I think you could have your starters on the team this year while that guy develops under Hank Fraley, your new run game coordinator. Guard. I think guard just because like we don't know who that future piece is going to be. I think it can be Giovanni Manu. I don't know what Giovanni Manu is going to be. Like that's still kind of a little bit of a project. We're watching the Project Martin stuff play out that he also drafted as a project. These things aren't guaranteed. I think need-wise, that would be a free. Just knowing how they operate, that'd be a free agent acquisition. But I'd rather it be a draft piece.
I was going to say, I would say center more than guard when you talk about draft, because I like Yodi. I think they could re-sign him and bring him back as a backup. Mm-hmm. You got Graham. Obviously, I think Christian Mahogany is going to be a starter for the rest of his career. Mm-hmm. And then you could grab, like you said, you could grab a free agent guard any year that you really need one. Mm-hmm. I think getting a backup center in the draft would be more important.
I don't know, though, dude, because now you see the contracts those guards got last year?
Yeah, but you got Jonah Kevin Jackson. Zeitler
but
for
either
$6
way,
million.
I even think I think that's why you look at you prospect those guys as interior offensive linemen. Because you could draft them as a guard and then move them to center. Frank used to play guard for us. Glasgow guard. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just make that. They did it for Jonah Williams, I believe, with the Rams until he got hurt.
That's fair. I would prioritize center just because, again, I don't know how long Frank is going to be here, and we all know how vital he is. So
I just think the positions are interchangeable, center and guard.
That's fair. I
guess we go off interior offensive lineman.
I think you can get a really good interior offensive lineman in the second round. I don't know if you can get a really good defensive lineman in the first or in the second round as well. I think I would go D line here. That's the biggest position of need in my eyes. I think Ali McNeil being hurt really puts a damper in our defensive line moving forward until he comes back 100% healthy. You think about DJ Reader. He's only here for one more year, if I'm not mistaken. I think you got to go interior defensive line, get an absolute game wrecker. We talked about Kenneth Grant a little bit yesterday. I was looking at Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss a little bit, a couple of the D-tackle prospects that I think could really wreak havoc for this Detroit Lions team, not just, for this year, but moving forward to pair with Hutch and maybe another guy on the other side of him.
And DNC ENT I'm going to say this as snooty as I can. It's not center or guard in the draft. It's IOL.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
I'd rather draft a guy that played center in college.
No,
for
you're
a long
good.
Time.
That's why they're scouted as interior offensive linemen. You can move them into.
What did Frank play in college?
Center and guard.
Yeah, I want a guy that played like Christian Mahogany is an IOL. I don't want Christian Mahogany playing center for this team.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you got to draft a guy that's like get prospects
That
as a
can
center.
be molded, yeah.
But yeah, you prospect them as interior offensive linemen because they're interchangeable like that.
Yeah, but I want a guy that's comfortable
That's why
snapping
Mahogany
the ball
can-
and has done it for a long time.
I don't think that matters too much. I mean, obviously, you want them to be able to read the defense. We just talked about that with Frank being like the quarterback of the offensive line. But I think you're prospecting them as he said, interior offensive linemen. I know it's snooty, but that's why you prospect them as that.
Do you agree with like going to get one in the second round compared to the first though, or is it that big?
I want an edge rusher in the
when I
first
say
round.
needs, I'm just talking about just straight up like needs, not like
In the draft.
specifically the draft.
They're
I'm
gonna
not
draft the best
I'm not
player available. It
prioritizing
very
a
well
guard
could be an
over a
IOL.
defensive end in the draft. I think defensive end, that's what you take in the first round in that situation.
Unless
for sure.
it could be interior offensive line as well when you talk about best player on the board, where they're at.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see them get a defensive lineman in the first round.
Yeah, because draft will only be like, it's going to be BPA. You can't talk needs in draft. Terrion happened to be a need, but he also was like probably one of the better guys to grab at that spot.
Yeah.
Did Nate Wiggins go after him? He went right before him.
Before him.
Yeah, I think he went right before him.
A lot of defensive linemen and tackles and interior linemen.
I know. Once I get on my depression, I can't wait to dive into that.
Yeah, in like the 25 to like 45 range. So.
Oh, great.
Chris?
Yeah, number 2 on me was edge.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Chris. You about to say something?
No, I was just about to kind of say my piece of it, which is kind of aligned with you guys, is that when it comes to like the draft, I'd prefer the defensive lineman because again, I think the most bang for your buck value. We talked about Brad Holmes struggling to trade for an edge and how difficult he said that was. Plus, again, the idea of if you can get that other stud and you can put that next to Hutch and you get him on a rookie contract for years, that's just an immense value. So I still think, though, the answer is defensive lineman, no matter which way you look at it, whether it's draft or free agency. This was the issue that held us up in the playoffs because these quarterbacks weren't terrible. They just got exposed after all that time of not being able to get pressure consistently. So to me, I'm looking at defensive line as the most important, and then I'd put offensive line second because again, I do think you need to start actively, like heavily thinking about your post Frank Ragnow plan.
Steve-O Baby, Jersey Mike's is fire. Good choice.
Jersey Mike's is fire.
Skydog, we talked about Grant.
Shout out Steve-O Baby.
We talked about Grant yesterday. I wouldn't mind that at all. Kenneth Grant from Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, he gives me like Chris Jones-ish, Dexter Lawrence-ish vibes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And apparently Mason Graham's 6'5".
If I wanted like cheap way out, I would say defensive line, because I played that card last year. I was like, hey, if you want me to say Super Bowl, I think we need to address the defensive line and become elite on that side of the ball, not just having Aiden Hutchinson. They did that with DJ Reader. 6-24, I'm all in. Detroit Lions won the Super Bowl. Now we happen to lose that defensive line, and DJ Reader was the lone survivor, the last of us. Everyone else was swallowed up by zombies. But you restart this year with that defensive line. Make it elite, though. Get an edge. Opposite of Hutch. I wish we got Verse.
Graham, either one says done. We're not getting Mason Graham. It's not going to happen. If it happens, I'd quit my shorts if that happened. But you'd have to trade up to the top 5 if you want to get Mason Graham.
Future second.
I mean, you saw him move from 30 to 12.
Yeah, but 28 to 5 is different.
Kenneth Grant. Where's he going to mocks?
I think it was 19 last time I looked.
No, Grant is very probable. That could be a thing. Mason Graham, that's never going to happen.
Kenneth
it's not realistic, but I wouldn't
16.
count it out if you love him enough. I don't think he would do that just because it's also just not a need. I know they don't draft off needs, but like, why would you go give up all that when you have elite? Well, I guess DJ is not going to be here a long time either. I don't think it's out of the cards. It's not realistic. How about that? Because like Spinney said, you'd probably bump into the top 10 for that.
He's going to be top 5 pick.
Mason Graham is 100% out of the cards.
Yeah.
So who are, like, chat, Nick, who are the edges I should be looking at?
Jack Sawyer to start. That's who is projected our way. This guy, Shamar Stewart of
Monday
A&M.
Warrior, mean stride. Today's Jack Sawyer, mean pride.
This guy, Shamar Stewart out of A&M, but he's had 4.5 total sacks. I'm out on this guy. Like, why? Like, I guess he's a freak athlete, but yeah, I'm out. Former 5-star. Walter Nolan, interior defensive lineman. He got recruited by Michigan hardcore. He ended up not going there, but dude's a tank. I'm just saying that flat out. Projected to go 30th. He had 14 TFLs and 6.5 sacks as an interior defensive lineman. Really good get off, a lot of power. Take a look at Walter Nolan. I think you're gonna like what you see.
Would you rather Kenneth Grant over all those names you just said?
Yes.
I think that's my bell of the ball.
The bell of the ball. Kenneth Grant.
He's gonna test
and obviously
well
I think I said he's gonna be better than Graham, but like I just think realistic draft choice and also like
tackle.
a piece I'd like. Kenneth Grant's gonna be the guy I'm fucking pounding the table for this year. I don't know if it'll happen. Probably won't happen, but I'm not counting that one out. Actually, fuck that. We'll see how he does in all the testing and whatnot. But.
He's gonna put up.
Hey Jeff
numbers,
Lee,
I'll
glad
tell
you're
you
a
that.
fan, pussy.
No, Kenneth Grant.
Smart enough for you to listen to what I got to say every day.
Aiden Hutchinson and Aleem McNeil, filthy.
That would be pretty nasty.
You're filthy fucking work.
And Kenneth Grant is a mean motherfucker too.
Yeah.
Like he'll fit in here perfectly.
He's the Campbell type. He'll run a player down.
Oh yeah.
And insane speed. I don't know. He's way too fast.
He's a very athletic guy.
Doesn't make sense scientifically. Mikel Williams. Did you say that one, Nick? Steve Lehman says look up.
There's that dude from Texas A&M.
Bobby Whitmer.
The Stewart guy.
I don't know. I can't.
Yeah,
like
his
I
name's
said,
Shamar Stewart. This is the guy with 4.5 career sacks.
I'm gonna wait until after the Super Bowl to really dive into prospects. Because
that dude Abdul Carter on
I'm
the
just getting
edge,
some names.
we can't get him because
Keep
he's
an
going
eye out
top
for
10.
him.
But yeah,
I'll never. We don't see him too often. He still messages me on Instagram. But Scott, remember Crazy Scott? He's calling and give his picks.
Yeah.
Oh my
He
God.
was on Ivan Pace.
He was.
Number 0 from Cincinnati. Number 0 from Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Just because it's Crazy Scott. We were like, all right, Scott, thanks for calling in, bud.
Ivan Pace is a dog.
He was right.
Yeah, he was
Ivan
right.
Pace is a dog.
Shout out
Shout
to
out
Scott.
We should make him GM.
Let Scott call.
Just saying.
Let Scott call.
Let Scott call.
Iconic time.
Speak easy. Can we dream about Grant running down mobile QB? Oh my, I will dream about Grant running down mobile quarterbacks, especially in this division. Imagine you have your betrayal, Benedict Johnson going to the Chicago Bears. You draft Kenneth Grant, Aleem McNeil's on the double team. Aiden Hutchinson flushes Caleb Williams out, and here comes big body Kenneth Grant to fucking smash him like a Looney Tune cartoon, flat iron, peeling him off the fucking turf. I'm here for it. Does Calvin Shepard stay?
I want it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah!
Unless he gets a defensive coordinator position, he's for sure staying. And I'd be honest, I don't know that he gets a defensive coordinator position outside of Detroit. I know AG spoke highly of him, but like, I guess no. Nowadays, guys are getting hired younger and younger. Sean McVay got hired at like 36 as a head coach. So why not him as a defensive coordinator on the same age?
There's no age limit to a coordinator.
He's only like 6 years removed from the league.
Yeah.
It feels weird, but like Mike McDaniel, pretty young. Ben Johnson, pretty young.
Teddy Bridgewater is getting quarterback coaching jobs. Like,
Kind of is a quarterback coach.
He says
that's high school though.
He says he's not going to. No, they're saying NFL interviews for a quarterback coach. He says he turned them down.
Oh, damn. I think he said when he came back, they interviewed him. He's not gonna coach pros. He likes the high school love.
Yeah.
Like the love of the game, the pursuit at that point, which I could see makes sense. Some at the pro level, some guys just doing it for a job. In high school, you're literally in pursuit of
greatness,
a crazy dream. You try to help those guys make a reality. Shout out. Jihad Campbell. I've saw that name multiple times now. Actually, I think Ed O'Neill, you were the one who said it. Rich Baldwin,
I
Kenneth
don't know
Grant.
if we can draft a guy named Jihad.
Yeah, I don't know if Dan Campbell's doing that, brother.
Oh, let's go to break. Come back. Was it Planet Fitness?
Yeah.
Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on a full body workout in 30 minutes. All memberships include fitness training. You get all of that for just $15 a month. Upgrade to the black car and get use of amenities like hydro massage,
Don't
total
forget
body
the perk
enhancement, and access to over 2,500 locations worldwide. Planet Fitness, join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Jars Cannabis, guys, make sure you guys check it out. They have 27 locations across the great state of Michigan, including ones coming to Madison Heights, Milan, and Grand Rapids.
Milan.
Visit shopjars.com to find one near you. Jars got your back. You see at the end of Cade's TNT interview, Shaq did the what mortgage or what insurance company?
General.
General, yeah.
Yeah.
So, he did the slogan. I forgot what the joke was, but that was hilarious.
Great little price you can get online. Go to the General and save some time.
Yeah, I forgot how they came up.
Okay.
They got a free link right there.
Commercial too.
You have a problem?
I think you did.
Everyone.
You did a Cure
At JG Wetwork. 877 cash now.
If you have an annuity but you need cash now.
So you're sitting on your couch.
That guy's a fraud.
And your
What am I
life's
doing with
passing
my
you by. Thinking, maybe I'll go to school next year. Maybe next semester. No, do it right now. That guy is a fraud.
That guy is a
Yeah,
fraud.
he didn't go to college.
Mayhem is a menace.
All right.
I like those Mayhem commercials.
The Mayhem guy?
money and I
I'm
need
telling
it
you, the
now.
Mio commercial
Mayhem
is the
commercial's
best
gas.
commercial of all time. What is that? Berry pomegranate Mio. Berry pomegranate what? You can squirt a little or you can squirt a lot. It changes everything. That is the best commercial ever made.
Jamo Lion King. Grant reminds me of young Will Fork from the Patriots, but athletic, like chasing down running backs.
Who, Grant?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Was a kid from Penn State.
He's like Dexter Lawrence. Like literally, that would be my comp.
He's a dog. Who's going to the Super Bowl? Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes?
Please, God, Lord Almighty, on everything that is holy, let it be Josh Allen.
29 to 250.
I just can't do it with the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes again, dude. His stupid ass fucking wife, his stupid groping brother,
Yeah, I hate
Taylor
his
Swift
brother.
shots in the like. I can't do it. Please, Josh Allen, I need you. America needs you. Please rid us. Did you see Marlon Humphrey
No, what he said?
tweet? He like tweeted out. He was like, it was during the. Or he tweeted out, he's like, damn, we lost, sick about the loss, but these motherfucking Bills got to do it, man. Somebody's got to save us from Patrick Mahomes. We can't keep letting these guys get away with this. I was like, honestly, I'm so sick of the fucking Chiefs. Please, Josh. And after the Lions were out, I was like, okay, I want to see Lamar or Josh Allen win the Super Bowl. Because they've both been very, like, hated on from the jump, from when they were drafted. And I love both of them. I was
Lamar
like,
and Josh
these
Allen.
guys are elite. Like, I don't know what. Lamar Jackson should be a wide receiver. All right, old
buddy.
man. Time to take your
old
Percocet,
man.
put you to
Sit
sleep.
down. Yeah.
But I wanted one of those guys to win the Super Bowl because I think they are two of the
deserving.
top 4 quarterbacks in the NFL. They are deserving. They just have to run into Patrick fucking Mahomes every time. So I'm hoping Josh Allen gets it done. I'm hoping and I like Keon Coleman's on the team.
Bardot.
I like
Amari Cooper.
I like Amari Cooper. Their social media team is the best in the world. Like the
their
Bills,
their fans are actually really
fans
good
are
too.
cool.
Yes.
They're cool. They were. I thought like we were gonna beef when that game happened. It really didn't happen. I think we're just respectful of each other because we both come from.
I think we both get it.
I mean, they had that 3 Super Bowl run where they won nothing, which is actually insane.
4 in a row.
4 in a row. Nothing. That's
Heartbreaking.
wild.
I'd rather not go to one.
Like I don't know his numbers. I'd have to look him up. Was Jim Kelly like him like that? Or
Oh,
the team
yeah.
is that good?
The team was, and Jim Kelly was a dog.
So it's crazy because like his name is like you never really think about him. You talk about these great quarterbacks because they never cashed
got
it
through.
in.
They had 2 great running backs too. I can't remember. I don't remember exactly who those weapons were on that team, but they were studded.
For me though, like and obviously when Mark Andrews, not obviously, you saw Mark Andrews drop the ball.
Yeah.
Their fans raised like $250,000 to give to his foundation for.
Who, the Ravens fans?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Bills
fans
give to Mark
Wow.
Andrews Foundation for kids that are like locked up with diabetes or whatever.
Also, kind of a slap in the face.
Yeah.
No, that's dope.
Kind of shot, mini
Yeah.
shot.
Here,
like
take
paying
this
you
money.
for losing the game. That's kind of a shot.
Bills
it's cool.
were scoring.
It's the
That's
best
cool.
way you could do a shot for sure.
No, that's cool.
But it's still a shot.
Still a shot.
Bills were
Thurman
scoring on that
Thomas.
drive.
That's Thurman Thomas.
Yes, I remember the name.
I think I might be the only person here, but I'm still not fully out on the Chiefs just because I love Mahomes so much. I hate everything around Patrick Mahomes.
I was just getting ready to say the same thing.
But
yeah.
I love Patrick Mahomes so much. I enjoy watching
No,
greatness.
Patrick Mahomes is a bitch now, dude.
For
he
me,
cries, he
That
flops.
flop
You
was
watch
insane.
sports.
I feel you, but I feel
You
he's
watch
so damn
sports
good.
to witness greatness.
Yes.
Josh Allen's greatness too.
It is.
I want everything
I'm
I
rooting
love.
for Josh Allen.
He's
but
more
if,
fun
if,
to watch Patrick
If
Mahomes.
Mahomes breaks through again,
Yeah.
I'm kind of rooting to watch him win 3 in a
Fuck
row
that,
for the
dude.
first time in NFL history.
That's where I'm at. Like,
But I want
want
Josh Allen. That's my first option.
Yeah.
But if Mahomes wins, I'm not mad. I do.
Andre Reed.
I did
too.
appreciate
Yeah.
the brand of football he played more when he had Tyreek Hill and when Travis Kelce wasn't running 2 miles per hour. He's fucking and he's still getting open, by the way. I don't know how that's happening.
Yeah.
But
It's that
I'm not
option routes,
mad
dude.
if Mahomes wins again.
It's
No, I'm not
because
either.
Mahomes and Kelsey. I think it was David Bakhtiari said it in an interview. He didn't name them by name, but he was like, he said player or a quarterback and a receiver. Or he was like, or should I say quarterback and pass catcher, that they don't even run the plays. They just both know the defense so well.
Yeah.
And they know where the open spot's going
That's
to be.
what- yes,
that
Kelsey
Kelsey
does.
just goes there and Patrick Mahomes hits him.
Kelsey pre-reads the defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. I hate Patrick Mahomes has I like Patrick Mahomes a lot, but he's been a real bitch these past couple years with crying to the refs, even though he gets all the fucking calls, flopping.
That's what winners do, though.
It's pussies do.
That's not what pussies do. That's what winners do.
That's what
They're not happy with
Brady faced
anything
a lot
other
of
than
those
winning and
criticisms.
excellence. That's what Patrick
Brady's
Mahomes
screaming
is.
at the ref. Brady never flopped though.
Yeah, no,
Brady used to get his ass lit the
'cause
fuck up, and he'd get up and he'd
Brady
start
played in a
chirping.
different era where like
Brady
motherfuckers weren't flopping.
Brady was a dog, dude.
Yeah.
Brady used to get fucking destroyed.
But
he did.
I'll say this. My thing is with sports, music, life, whatever, I always want my era to have like the greatest. So like if I see a guy like Patrick Mahomes that has a chance to be the greatest, I want to root for that. And now I can't cling on to Brady, so I'm not mad either way. I guess it's a win-win for me. But basketball, LeBron, like I want to see
I wanna see
whatever it
greatness.
is, music, Kendrick. Like
That's
I
why
want
you
to
watch
see
We've already
the
seen
guys
it.
be
We've
the
already got
great.
3 Super Bowls. We've already seen it.
You haven't seen him win 3 in a row.
Yeah, and we're not going to because the Bills are going to beat them.
But I want
I'm happy
Bills my
for
first
Josh
option.
Allen if
Like
he
I want
does.
Josh Allen to win.
Yeah.
I'm just I wouldn't be mad if it weren't.
Yeah.
Speaking
I'd
of
be relatively upset.
Speaking of that 3 in a row, if he does get this ultimately, is he the GOAT? Is he better than Brady? Or is he the best quarterback of all time if he gets 3 straight?
No. Well,
Has to get
he
more
would have
rings.
4. I would say
People will always bring up the ring. 'Cause
I would
Brady's
say
got
2.
7.
I would say 2 more. You got to get at least 6.
Yeah.
He's he's already 2. Like he's number 2. So
It's gonna be the LeBron Jordan thing,
yeah.
and it's, oddly enough, LeBron's only got 4. Jordan's got 6. Well,
Brady's got 7. Brady, that's what I'm saying. You need at least 6.
It's weird though. Like I'm not
But
mad.
also, you go do it with somebody else too. That's why Brady's the GOAT.
Yeah. I'm
He
not
said,
mad
"Fuck
at the
Bill
Patrick
Belichick, it's on
faction
me."
too because like he did do it in a different, like dominant, like his style of play is fucking insane. You know what I'm saying? Mahomes.
Patrick, oh yeah, he's,
And then
He's-
last year,
he's
quite
like
literally
LeBron.
won the fucking Super. Like,
He's literally LeBron.
it was like the final drive, the overtime. He's like, all right, let me just run for fucking 50 yards randomly here. Let me get this. He's so good. But
Because
speaking
Kendrick
of
is the
greatness,
Kendrick is the greatest.
Jaden Daniels also like, bro. I want Bills Commanders Super
If
Bowl.
he slayed Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl,
insane. I don't think. I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
That wouldn't.
But
I mean,
I just want him to get there. I want him to be the first rookie to start a Super Bowl non-injury situation. Like, just I got my fucking team here.
I
hate the Eagles.
I hate the Eagles too. What's up, Nick?
JB just hit us with some breaking news.
Ooh.
Adam Schefter tweets, Bears are working to finalize a deal to make former Lions wide receiver coach Antoine Randall L. their new assistant head coach / wide receiver coach, per source. Randall L. is following Ben Johnson to Chicago.
That
What are your
actually
guys'
sucks.
thoughts?
That fucking sucks.
I'd rather have Hank Fraley.
I mean, yeah, right. Give me the choice between the two, but he's a great coach.
Does suck.
You saw like the relationship that he and Jamo had on the sideline. He gave him the fucking I think he was a big part in helping Jamo come along too. It is what it is. That's he went against the family.
He did go against family.
He went against the family.
Turncloak.
Because it's obvious. I mean, it's kind of like a unilateral move there.
Mm-hmm. Well, he wasn't the assistant head coach.
I know, but you want a fucking star? You want a badge?
He probably got paid a lot more.
Yeah, probably did. Well, there's your first position coach.
Yeah. See you later, Antoine Randall L.
Thanks for nothing, you traitor. You traitor. You went against the family.
He did go against the family.
Fucking traitor. Oh, assistant head coach? Yeah, bullshit. Should have stayed.
What am I? That's some nerd shit.
Cancels out the tism.
What?
Says Weezy D313.
What cancels out the tism?
He said you got to have a leader of men. Cancels out the tism. He is a leader of men.
Yeah. Yeah, he did need that.
Now Ben's spiteful now because Hank Fraley stayed. Okay, well, I'm going to take Antoine Randall L then.
Because I don't think we're signing Jamo. But Ben grabs him.
How can they? They got to pay so many people.
Who they got to pay?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They got to get good players first.
Dude, and
That's 2 years away,
you
though.
saying we're not re-signing Jamo.
Yeah.
We're going to re-sign
I'm telling
Jamo.
you, they're not going to resign.
You got some insider info
Yeah,
you want to
well,
drop
you
for?
said-
Or you got
Yeah,
some
you're gonna do it.
It's called fucking logic.
You got some Neil sources?
Very simple logic.
Yeah, whose dentist are you talking to?
Yeah.
Kirby's getting paid top dollar. Hutch getting paid top dollar. You just re-signed Decker. You just re-signed Panay. You just re-signed Goff.
Decker's deal will be over by the time you need to extend Jamo.
You don't know that?
Yes, it's 2 years.
Let's look it up.
It was a 2-year
That was
extension.
ultimate spin zone right there.
I know.
You don't know that.
It's a 2-year extension. Jamo's
I don't believe he knows that.
He's got 2 years.
I believe he's just throwing it out there.
He's got 2 years on his
just
rookie
like
deal
I
remaining.
heard.
Oh, that was funny.
No, he's until 28.
Spencer.
What's the cap
Actually,
at
that 28 years is a void year, so until 27.
Yeah.
Super
so
chat.
2026 and 2027.
Dante,
So yeah,
151.
Decker was
Shout
be on a
out.
book, and at that point, I mean, he could probably be cap casualty. At that point,
1,000%.
you want to know what his cap it is? $24 million.
Yeah, he's not seeing that at all. You think all of these guys are gonna? You think these cap hits are gonna
Yeah,
actually
Nick,
hit?
if you went to 97-1,
Some
you'd
of
be
them
a
are,
trader.
yeah.
You think those 3 guys are gonna get a $160 million cap hit?
I think if you're going
And
to do
Taylor
the
Decker
void
at
years, you
37?
would have done the void years when you did the initial contract like they did with Jalen Hurts. Go look at all those Philadelphia Eagle contracts. Void. That's how they're affording all those fuckers.
Yeah.
All those void years. But when that contract's done, all that money's due right then and there, or it's paid up front, and then you spread it across the cap with the void years.
Are you guys pissed at Randall L?
I think it's like
Keys
really
wisdom.
logical.
Nobody's talking about signing him at top dollar. Said $20 million. Shut up. You can't sign Jamo at top dollar. That
And to be
wouldn't be
honest-
top dollar. It'd be top 20.
Keys, we
To
also
be
know
honest,
you
that
hate
20 is
Jamo.
like if you sign now,
Now.
it's gonna be more
Yes.
next year if they do it.
We do got a super chat, by the way. Dante,
Super chat.
Shout out Dante 151.
Super chatty.
Said Patrick Mahomes
Ow.
would have complained if he took a hit by Terrell Suggs or Ray Lewis or Clay Matthews for being violent. And easy stop hating on Jamo.
To be, I'm
Boom,
not this. Okay, that's you can't say anything against like the Jamo.
Don't go
crowd's
against the
fucking
family.
wild. It's
You're
not
going
going
against
against
the
the
family.
family. I just trying to predict the future logically. Like what's going to happen here? I feel like Flannel Sam right now. Although Flannel Sam, I would admit, was kind of hating. So a little bit different scenario there.
It's only for head coaches and GMs that you get picks. It's a lateral move.
Mm-hmm. Although assistant head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to go
Give me a 7th round. Give me some.
do something to Ben Johnson
my
so he
God.
becomes the head coach.
What?
Nothing. Assistant head coach, like assistant president, vice president.
Oh, got you. Did you see that Trump is going to release the
Yeah.
documents on
The
Martin Luther
JFK.
King,
JFK, and Robert F. Kennedy.
That's crazy.
Bro, that video that
I guess like 15.
The government hates the Kennedys.
the guy in front of him, bro.
Was that?
It looked
Did
sketchy.
you watch it?
I did watch it, but
It looked like he knew some
saw-
shit was going down.
looked sketchy.
Yeah, he might not
Could have been doctored.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna right before you assassinate the president, turn, look at the one camera, and show him the gun. Like,
No, I didn't see the gun. I think he knew that he was about to get shot. Like he knew. Like
So did you
hey
watch?
guys, watch this.
Did you watch it with the guy who like had who got the video, like the audio over it?
No.
He said he had like some electric powered gun where he just reached over the driver.
Yeah, and his wife just
Did kinda
saw
look-
it. And
I think that's why she started running. Oh, his head also exploded. In
yeah, her husband's head
shoulder.
exploded in her lap.
So, and it's not going to be released like right away. I guess the JFK one's in like 15 days, and MLK would be in 45 days.
Yeah.
Because they have to like come up with a plan on how to release it. I guess.
I think it was like I watched the video like a
You think
minute.
the
This is
FBI
big tinfoil hat.
Big
Real quick,
tinfoil
real
hat,
quick.
I like
You're a
it.
big tinfoil hat guy.
You are.
Yeah.
Tinfoil, don't put it in the microwave though.
I'm in for these government conspiracy theories and lizard people and all that stuff. You know,
Hey,
fake
I'm not
masks,
mad
Lizard people
fake
where I draw the
masks.
line, but I'm listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm the lizard people, but they do drink babies' blood like kids. Like they do that.
We know,
Okay,
we know
sorry.
that people in the,
All right, no, the CIA wanted JFK out. That's what I watched this
that
video.
is for sure
That
true.
is a fact.
That
Yes.
doesn't correlate with there's lizard people drinking babies' bloods.
What isn't that what Alex Jones proved?
That he just proved that.
Did
the
Alex Jones
frogs.
prove it?
Yeah, the frogs.
No,
baby blood?
Alex Jones talking about chemicals in the water making the frogs gay was
proven true.
That was true.
That was
so
actually proven
people are
true.
like, what else did he say that's true?
There's
Yeah,
something
he
with
said a
all
lot
the
of
child
crazy stuff.
pedophilia stuff
Adrenochrome
with all
or
the
whatever it
celebrities.
is. Yeah, that's.
Higher up.
I don't know if that's been proven at all.
We're gonna get this whole stream fucking shut down. Let's relax.
Yeah, for sure.
Relax.
We're gonna all get
I didn't know Nick was
assassinated.
going there. I didn't see that coming.
What
Hot mics.
Back to you boys.
Super Bowl Cartier said Nick is spitting.
He's all in.
I like the conspiracy theory that space is fake. I subscribe to that.
Moon landing for sure fake.
Definitely fake.
On the MLK thing, do you think the FBI did it?
MLK, yeah, for sure. What?
Yeah, you can't trust
Nobody, yeah. What?
That's not a conspiracy. Yeah. You can't be like crazy.
He's got too much power. Take him out.
That's a conspiracy.
It's
The
not.
FBI
That is
It's
a
face
fact.
level.
What'd you say? You don't believe?
Yeah,
No,
if
no,
you
I
could
believe
walk,
it.
I don't
I'm
know.
saying
I'm waiting
it's
to
You
see.
could walk up to somebody who knows nothing and it's their first day on Earth, tell them who he was, and be like, "Do you think the governing body killed him?" He'd be like, "Yeah." Yeah, that makes sense. All right, tell us about-
150 is super chats, and Nick will expose all his conspiracies.
Yes.
Oh, dude, that'd be fucking
That would be
good.
funny.
Just give Nick the last 10 minutes to fucking go in.
I gave a lot of them right there. That's a lot of what. That's a lot of my ammo. I know. Yeah.
Well, Trump
All right.
revealed the moon landing was a hoax.
The
Easy.
moon landing was fake for sure.
Easy's an alien.
For
Easy could
sure,
be an alien.
confirmed.
That's why he doesn't like when I talk shit about him.
All right.
Aliens are real, but
like-
space is fake.
Leave my cousins alone.
Aliens are pussies.
Aliens are pussies.
I need the Winter Blast read.
Tell us about Winter Blast.
All right, let me tell you about Winter Blast before we get up out of here. Let me.
Shit, yeah, we're
Yeah,
almost
let me find that new one. Damn, where'd I put
Soaring
it?
Eagle.
Ah, here it is. All right. Winter Blast. Woodward Sports welcomes Winter Blast, presented by Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort, starting Friday, January 31st. That's next Friday, going through February 2nd in downtown Royal Oak. Ermanni Edwards with Maz will be down there from 2 to 4 on Friday. Don't miss cool events, including free ice skating, spectacular ice sculptures, live music, heated tents, marshmallow roasting, food trucks galore, and thrills from a 300-foot zip line. And best of all, the admission is free. For info, go to winterblast.com. Now tell us about Soaring Eagle. Easy.
Football's big game
was
is right
pretty
around the
good.
corner. Make sure you're
That's
ready to
good.
get the most out of your favorite sports with the best sports book made in Michigan for Michiganders. It's from Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Fund your online account with cash. No need to link your credit card or bank account if you're Nick and you're a big conspiracy guy. Get a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 and free 50 spins. Visit eagle.com and download Eagle Casino and Sports app today. Look for Eagle Casinos and Sports for Android and Apple users.
Shout out. Well, Biggest news of the day, Hank Fraley staying in Detroit.
Shout out.
No,
Shout
biggest
out to
news
him.
of the day, the reveal of the JFK. I'm just kidding.
And that. And Antoine Randall L. leaving Detroit for Chicago. So goodbye, Antoine Randall L. Traitor. Went against family. But
Traitor.
honestly,
Get into the division rival.
it sucks, but I'm not really that mad. I'm way more happy about retaining
It's
Hank
honestly
Fraley.
easier to make fun of Ben because he's such a nerd.
Yeah.
Antoine Randall is a fucking Super Bowl champion twice over.
Well, that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you check out Nick's video. He dropped it. Go there right now.
Shout out.
Heavyweights are over. Go give Nick a like. He's going at Chris
Go give
Illich.
who what?
Nick a like. Nike a like. Make sure you smash that like button. For Easy, for Nick, for Chris, I'm Spencer with the Heavyweights. Catch you guys later.
Bears suck. Peace. 3P offseason champs. Losers.